you guys wanted Let It Be. Well, you're going to get it in about 2 minutes. I pulled the lyrics up. But before that, we are going to premiere the new intro to the call-in show. So I hope you guys are ready. I hope you got your popcorn ready. I hope you brought your popcorn. I hope you got it popped. Because here it is. Everybody do me a favor. Stand up!
From the greatest sports town in modern history, New York City. Welcome to the most exhilarating sports talk on YouTube today. The Entertainer, talking sports. So mute your device, dial your phone, and prepare yourself for the pinnacle of sports talk on YouTube. The Entertainer, talking sports. Monday nights, only on YouTube.
Stand up! Everybody, thank you guys for tuning into the chat. Let me hide that number real quick. That's Freshman Afghanistan says, well, here we go. Austin's in the house. Jazzy TV's in the house. Everybody do me a favor. Go on over and sub up. Jazzy TV. Love this guy. And I want to say thank you for Texas Liberty. He was the one that did that for me. And, of course, Joe Musa edited it together. ACOC, what's going on, my man? Cesar Munoz, Monday nights only. That's right. Well, I'm doing a little bonus show. Tonight. I love you, Mom. Finland Bowl in the house. How many gallons of chocolate milk would someone have to drink before they would explode? That's a great question, Finland Bowl. I've never thought about that. Chris Senor's in the house. All right, so somebody had of course, last night I broke out the voice. I got drunk during the Friday night extravaganza. I got like gel in my hair. I tried to gel my hair up a little bit, but it doesn't look too good. But what it is. Last night I did the singing, and I don't know if he's here. But Crazy Mofo suggested he wanted me to sing Let It Be. And I forgot to do it last night. So he asked me to do it now. I'm going to make a fool of myself in front of all these people. Right now, I'm not taking calls right now. Joe Musa, you got to get a Bad Dog. Hopefully Bad Dog comes in the stream and he gives it to you. Yeah, Texas Liberty, I'm glad you got to see it. I'm glad you got to see it. So, now keep in mind my voice. I just did a whole second half. So my voice is like shot. This is probably going to sound horrible. But I promised I would do it. So I'm a man of my word. So I brought up the lyrics. A little water, please. A little water, please. When I find myself in times of trouble, Mother Mary comes to me. Speaking words of wisdom, let it be. And in my hour of darkness, she is standing right in front of me. Speaking words of wisdom, let it be. 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 Whisper words of wisdom, let it be. Ooh. All right, that's it, guys. So there you go. MH says, this is beautiful. Everybody do me a favor and stand up. Ames says this guy needs a Grammy. Steven Pazienza, Entertainer the Tenor. What's going on, Troy Flett? Kristen Orr says his whole head looks like a tomato. Yes, it does. Them eyebrows, though. Crazy. All right, guys. I am going to open up the phones. Stand up, Jeremy Newsbaum. Let me just pull this up here real quick. All right, so we can talk about whatever you want. people suggested we already got a caller. Let me pull up the number first. All right, first caller. You're on one at a time, guys, by the way. That is the rule. One caller at a time. John Cardinal, I appreciate that. What is going on? You're on Live with the Entertainer. Thank you for calling in.
Hi. My name's Aiden Cooper, and I am from Oklahoma.
What's going on, my man? You? Thank you for calling in, buddy.
I'm calling in because I have many subjects to talk about. I know I have limited time, but what are your opinions about the Giants, and what should they target first in free agency?
Okay, what should the Giants target first in free agency? I mean, there's 3 targets in my opinion. It's O-line, it's pass rusher, and it's secondary. Safety position specifically. I'm starting to lean more towards the safety, especially if they're not bringing Landon Collins back. But I still am going to say O-line 1. I'm going to say O-line 1. Because I think you can get a pass rusher in the first round if you don't go quarterback.
I agree with that. I think that they should let Landon Collins go if they don't get a free safety, because I feel like he's not good if he's pushed into the pass coverage situation.
Yeah.
Like he needs someone that can help back him up.
Hold, I don't mean to interrupt you. I know it's Patch for Life who keeps calling. Patch for Life, I just let you back on the channel. If you continue to call, I am going to block you again. I am giving you full warning. I was a nice guy. I let you back on the channel. I have no problem blocking your number and you from the channel. So you're getting one last warning, Patch for Life. But go ahead.
Yeah, I believe that Landon Collins should be franchise tagged, because I feel like letting him go for nothing just doesn't make any sense. But franchise tagging him and then trading him, I think, is our best option. I think you can get a 4th out of him, and that's good value.
I agree with you. If you could trade him, it's probably the best move, especially if you plan on letting him. Well, he's a free agent, though. But somebody said last night that you can't franchise somebody and trade him. I don't know all the rules behind that. But so we brought that suggestion up 2 nights ago on the Giants show that me and Bad Dog have, and somebody said you can't do that.
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly on the rules, so
yeah, neither am I. Neither am I, to be completely honest.
Yeah, I feel like because I follow a lot of pages on Instagram regarding Giants stuff, and a lot of the discussions are like the major priorities are obviously what are we doing with Eli Manning, and it looks to be that they're re-signing him, and he's going to come. I mean, not re-signing him. They're going to let him be. They're going to let him come back.
That's what it looks like.
And then, which is completely fine, because I mean, you're going to get a rookie if you do, and you're going to let him be the mentor for 1 year, and then have Haskins or Kyler Murray take over.
That's what I think is going to happen. I think Eli comes back as the starter. And by the way, I just want to say hello to Anthony Marchuka. He says, it's been a minute, Anthony Marchuka. You are the best. Sub number 350. Absolutely love Anthony Marchuka. Welcome back, my man. What's going on? Another guy, Jeremy Maynard. What's going on, my man? Another sub that I love popping into the chat. But, yeah, as far as that goes, I think Eli's going to be the quarterback to start the season regardless of what they do. If they draft Haskins, whoever. I think Eli's the starter for certain for the first 6 to 8 games. And then you see where it goes from there. Oh, Anthony Marchuka, thank you so much for the super chat. I really appreciate that. He says, my man. No, you're the man. You're the man. Without subs like Anthony Marchuka, this channel would not be where it is today. Tunes into all my stuff. Always shows support. I absolutely love Anthony Marchuka. But I didn't mean to interrupt that. As far as, yeah, I think Eli's going to be the quarterback for at least 8 games this year. I'd be surprised if he's not. I think he is.
My problem with the Eli situation is that I feel that he wants to, either he feels like he has something left in him, or he feels that he wants to go out on a positive note. But I'm not sure exactly how he's supposed to go out on a positive note. Our team is just like, the way I see it is that for him to go out on a positive note is that we have to make our defense like we did in 2016, which isn't possible really, unless we were to spend big money in free agency.
And they don't have the money to spend. Yeah, they don't have the money to spend. You're probably right. The one thing I will say is the offense has potential to be a lot better. And I know the offense of 2015 was actually really good, and then it took a step back in 2016. But I think the offense next year has the potential, if you could clog the holes on the offensive line, to be really good. So
yeah, I agree with that.
You know, it has the potential. I'm not going to say it's going to be, but it could be.
That's why I believe that instead of taking a guy in the draft for right tackle, I believe that they should try to go after Darrell Williams from the Panthers. Because he's like a low guy.
I'm going to get to you in a second. I just want to say thank you to Dire Giants fan. Dropped another super chat. Dire Giants fan is awesome. Always comes in. I really do appreciate that. But yeah, no, as far as Darrell Williams goes, that's my number one target. It's a perfect fit. Get him and drafted him in 2014, if I'm not mistaken, maybe 2015. In the 4th round, he'd slide in perfectly as the right tackle. It's obvious that Gettleman likes Darrell Williams, and he fits what we need. It'd be a nice fit, and I don't think he's going to break the bank because he's coming off an injury. In 2017, I think he was if I'm not mistaken, was he a Pro Bowler?
Yeah, he was Pro Bowler before he got injured.
Yeah, so I think he'd be a great addition. And he's young, which I really like. He's 27 years old. So we'll see. But anything else you want to say before I let you go?
I'd just like to say that thank you for letting me on, and my user name is ACOC.
Oh, ACOC, yeah, of course. Knicks fan, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've talked. Yeah. I appreciate the call, man. Nice to finally talk to you.
Yeah, I'll try to call in more, but yeah.
That sounds good, man. Sounds good, man. Thank you for being a great subscriber.
All right. Bye, man.
All right, buddy. Cushman, I got the second best New York team, the Mets, Christian says. All right, next call.
What's up?
What's going on? I just want to say, because I'm sure people are going to be calling in. One at a time, guys. One at a time. I know there's going to be a few that come in after the fact, but one at a time. What's going on? You're on live. Thank you for calling in.
All right. Quick. Let's say Haskins shows out at the combine this week, right?
I don't mean to interrupt you. I always like to know who I'm talking to. Who is this?
Oh, this is Sam from Jersey.
Oh, Sam from Jersey. Yeah. What's up, buddy?
No, the other Sam from Jersey.
There's another. Oh, that's right. I have gotten 2 Sams from Jersey. So it's the other Sam from Jersey. What's going on, other Sam from Jersey?
So let's say Haskins balls out in the the combine. Do you think the Giants have what it takes to trade up to 1?
Do I think the Giants have what it takes to trade up to 1? Yes, but I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it. But yes, they have what it takes, but it's going to cost a fortune. It's going to be the 6th overall pick. It's going to be probably
next year.
Probably next year's first, and maybe even a second on top of that. That's a lot.
Yeah, and I wanted to know your opinions. I'm a Bulls fan, so we're not doing that great neither. What do you think the Knicks should do? And
what I think the Knicks should do? It all depends on the draft. It all depends on the ping pong balls. Obviously, if they get the first pick, they're going to have a lot more options than if they don't. I'd be tempted to trade for Anthony Davis, especially in the situation they put themselves in, depending on the price tag. If they get the number 1 pick and they say, we'll do it for that and maybe a future first 4 years down the line, I might do it if I'm the Knicks. You bring in Anthony Davis for only $25 million a year, and it gives you the flexibility to bring in some other big pieces like a Kevin Durant and maybe another pretty big player. So that would be the approach I take, but it's all going to hinder on what happens with the lottery. Because obviously they're going to have a lot more pull if they have the number 1 overall pick.
So if you had 1, you wouldn't go Zion? You would try to trade it back and get AD?
Oh, I didn't say I would do it. I said I'd be tempted to. If I have 1 and I'm not trading the pick, I'm definitely taking Zion.
Yeah, I hope we get Ja Morant.
Yeah, a lot of people like John Moran. And the Knicks, and by the way, I want to say hello to Nations. I see you just popped in the chat. Sorry, guys, I can't communicate with the chat as much as I like to during the call-in shows. I got to talk to the callers. But I like John Moran. A lot of Knicks fans want him because the Knicks, since I've been watching the team, haven't had a point guard. Charlie Ward was mediocre at best. Derek Harper was on his last legs. They haven't had a set point guard for a 5, 6, 7, 8 year period. So I think that's why Knicks fans really want this kid.
Yeah, and like the last caller said, tagging Landon Collins, he's already said he's not going to play under the tag. That he'd sit out this whole season if we tagged him.
Yeah, no, you're right. He probably, well, I don't know. He probably would, but $11 million, that's a lot of money. And I know players have done it, but, I mean, you look at who did it this year. Le'Veon Bell, he already had a lot of money in the bank. Landon Collins, yes, he's made some money, but not nearly as much as Bell has made. I don't know if Collins would sit out. We've had players threaten to do it before. Oshie Umenyiora is a great example, and he ended up playing. So we'll see. I don't know. You know, it's a tough situation right now. It really is, because the Giants already have so many holes in their defense as is. If you let him walk, that's just another hole. You know?
I think he's just trying to be a diva because we didn't start talking to him about a contract till now.
Yeah.
He saw Odell get a huge contract. I think he's trying to do what Odell did.
But to be fair to and I'm not a huge Odell guy. He is a diva, not the best team guy. But to be fair, Odell did it perfectly. He came to training camp without a contract. He worked out with the team. He showed up, and they rewarded him for that. It seems as if Collins is doing the exact opposite.
Yeah, I think he's taking the wrong approach. But I don't think Gettleman said we don't have enough playmakers on the defense. I think it would be hypocritical for him to let one of the best defensive players walk.
We'll see. It's going to be interesting to see what happens. I would not commit a long-term contract to him. Not yet, anyway. I'd want to see him produce for a year. Because he had a bad year, in my opinion. He's still one of the better defenders because the defense is atrocious. But and part of that has to do with his supporting cast. When you have a poor defense around you, your weaknesses are going to get exploited. So they asked Collins to do more than what they probably should have. Because their defense was so poor. I still think Collins is a top-tier safety in the league. Probably a top 7 or 8 safety in the league. But it's still hard to give him that big commitment. That's a lot of money to give a safety.
Yeah, and last thing, I know you have a few other callers. If you look, when we had Andrew Adams, that's when Landon Collins did his best because he didn't have to go back in coverage. That's when he could just play the box. We need another safety to pair up with him on the other side.
Yeah, that's a good point. I want Amos from the Bears. That's who I want, because he's good in coverage. He's a sound tackle, and he's not going to cost you a fortune like a Thomas.
Yeah,
you know, that's who I'm looking at.
I just don't think the Bears are going to let Amos go.
From what I read, they're going to.
They are. Oh.
Yeah, it might be wrong, but from what I read, it seemed likely they're going to.
And how do you feel about Jerry Rice saying he could come back and play, I think, 55?
I didn't even read that, but I believe it. I mean, Jerry Rice played till probably, 43? And he was still a very good receiver?
Rice said that if he came back now, he could catch over 80 balls a year.
He probably could. The guy's in great shape. And I wouldn't be shocked. I wouldn't be shocked. He's not going to do it. I mean, what's the incentive? But I wouldn't be shocked. You know?
Yeah.
He's the greatest of all time. Never going to doubt that. And a lot of people said when Jordan came back, he wasn't going to play with the and he wasn't the old Jordan, but he was still really good. But anything else, my man, before I let you go?
Who do you think? Do you think Kyler Murray has any shot of coming to New York?
No, 0 chance. I don't think that he fits what the Giants are looking for, a quarterback. That's just my honest opinion.
So even if he runs a crazy 40,
no,
I don't think
it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Gettleman's been on. Not Gettleman, rather. Sherman's been on record saying he wants a tall quarterback. I'd be shocked. I would be absolutely shocked. And I'm going to get on board with whatever the Giants do. You're asking me what I think that they will do. I'd be shocked. I would think it's a better probability they would take Daniel Jones than Kyler Murray.
Yeah, I just think you're giving up too much talent. I
get what you're saying. He's got a ton of talent. Just my thoughts on what I think the Giants will do. But who knows? If he blows it away at the combine, maybe the Giants change their minds. You never know.
All right, I'm gonna let you go.
All right, buddy. Thank you. Thank you so much for calling.
Have a nice night for your night.
All right, buddy. You too. Yeah, I agree with you. Real New York Giants Mafia, very old school, and that's why I don't think they'll take him. What's going on? You're on live. Thank you for calling in. Hello? Hello? All right, he's gone. Next caller. What's going on? You're on live. Thank you for calling in.
Hello?
Hello? Who's this?
This is Lucas Mel.
Lucas Milk. What's going on, buddy?
Yeah,
is it skim, low fat, 2% chocolate? What is it?
It's a little mixture of all of them.
Okay. All right. What do you want to talk about, Lucas?
Yeah, it's been a while since we talked, you know. I was sitting extremely sick last week.
Okay. Yeah, I hope you're feeling better.
Yeah.
Hope you're feeling better.
Let's talk about the matchup in the 8th.
The matchup in the what?
The 8, last night.
Oh, okay. What do you want to talk about? Which two YouTubers do you want?
Yeah.
What matchup you want to talk about?
I want to. It's Bad Dog facing Philly.
Yeah. By the way, 201. You're probably a prank caller because you keep calling. I am going to ask you not to call anymore, or I will block your number. So if you continue to call, you're going to continue to annoy the chat. I'll continue to hang up. Then I'll answer. Then you'll prank me, and then I'll block your number. So you can continue to call if you want, but go ahead. Bad Dog versus Philly. It's a good matchup.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Bad Dog. He's got home field advantage. I'm gonna go with Bad Dog. And and I always say he's a 9 out of 10 head. I love Philly, but I gotta go Bad Dog.
Yeah. I'm the same way. Home field advantage is a big factor.
Oh, Anthony Marchuka, that's you. Anthony Marchuka is new to the call-in show. I apologize. I didn't mean to yell at you. Matter of fact, I'm gonna take Anthony's call next. 201. After he hangs up, call in. Call in.
Okay.
But go ahead. What's going on, Handsome Flea? Love Handsome Flea. What's up, buddy? But what's up, man? Go ahead and talk, Lucas.
The home field is a huge factor for Bad Dog. I think that's the reason why he's going to win.
Yes.
The home field.
That's what it's about, man. And I think he's going to go all the way to the hardcore forum. We'll see what happens from there. BK Sports Talk, thank you so much. Vote for Chris Best Hairstyle of 2019. And I see Kimber Kiss. Me and some of my subs went over to her live stream yesterday. She came over. She subscribed to the channel. Everybody do me a favor. She's beautiful.
Oh.
Who doesn't want to look at a beautiful woman? She's got her own channel. She streams. Going over there and sub her up. Asia Roberson with the $2 donation. Thank you so much. Thank you for the super chat, Asia. I appreciate that. But go ahead, buddy. Any sports talk?
Maybe. Oh, sports talk. What do you think about the Giants maybe being on Hard Knocks?
I think it's going to happen. We'll see. I think it's going to happen. I don't know. What I heard, there's only a few teams that it could be, and a lot of people seem to think the Giants are going to be the team. I don't want it to happen. As a Giants fan, I think it would be a nightmare.
Neither do I.
With Odell Beckham, with the media, that would be a complete nightmare.
But at the same time, it would be cool to see what goes on inside the Giants.
Exactly.
But it would be a distraction.
Well, it'll be fun. It'll get you pumped up for football season. It'll add content to my channel.
Yeah.
So it's a good thing for my channel. But anything else, buddy, before I let you go, just because I got a lot of callers trying to call in?
No, nothing else.
All right, Lucas, thank you so much for being a great sub. Thank you for calling in, and I hope you feel better.
Yeah.
All right, so you have a great night.
Yeah.
All right, have a good one, buddy. Mr. Bad Dog says, I'm going to bed as I'm as sick as a dog. By the way, I'm gonna wait for Anthony Marchuka to call back in. And there he is. Oh, he just called. Call again, Anthony. I promised I would take your call next. Go ahead. 201. I'm waiting for 201. Promised I would take your call next, Anthony. I'm going to give you 20 seconds. And I hope Bad Dog... I didn't have a chance to read the end of that. I hope Bad Dog feels better. I didn't even know. Anthony, 201. 201. There he is. Anthony Marchuka is on the line. What is going on, my man? By the way, before you talk... and I love you, I'm just going to give a big what's poppin' to Sports Fury. Everybody go on over there and sub up the Sports Fury. They always show me so much love when I pop into their streams. If you're not subscribed to them, go on over there and sub them up. But Anthony, buddy, what is going on, my man?
Hey, what's up, Chris? How you doing, bro?
I'm good, man. Just talking sports, man. One of my best subs. I'm pumped up. What's going on?
Yeah. Listen, I'm gonna be really quick. It was just so much to type, but when it comes to Collins, I mean, I'm hoping. I don't know, but I'm hoping that maybe Gettleman will put him, because I've heard this, that some people were talking about it. Put him on a non-exclusive franchise tag another team picks him up, don't match the other team because the other team has to give us 2 first-round picks in compensation.
Whoa!
You can use that as ammo for the 2020 draft. And get our quarterback then.
So you're saying in this hypothetical scenario,
yes.
the Giants would franchise him for $11 million in the exclusive right? Is that what it's about?
Yeah. That's the rule for the non-exclusive.
So then a team can then grab him by paying a little more, but they'd have to give up 2 firsts.
Or they just actually have to match us.
But what? Here's my question though: why would a team give up 2 first-round picks for Landon Collins?
I don't know. That's why. I mean, that would be the the gamble by putting a non-exclusive.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you got nothing to lose there, other than the fact that he's probably could hold out.
Either that, or put him on a transition tag.
Now, what I'm not too familiar with, what somebody brought up yesterday, was that he said if the Giants franchise him, they then don't have the option to trade him. Is that true?
That I don't know.
Now, I don't know if there's a deadline. Maybe after the season starts. I don't know the rules, but that is something. If you could trade him, that is something I would look into. Franchising him and then trading him.
Yeah, I mean, because he was good 1 year and that's it. I mean,
I'm gonna have to look into that rule. But in terms, I think part of the reason why I still think he's a good safety. I don't think he's a great safety.
Yeah.
I think in 2016 he looked better than he was because of the surrounding parts. They had a very good defense. And the last 2 years, I think he's looked worse than he really is because the defense has been so bad that defenses are showing his weaknesses. But I think he's a good player. I just don't think he's worth $14, $15 million a year, which is what it's going to take.
Oh yeah, like I mean, he's great on the box. I mean, but I mean that's why I really see Gettleman going after like pass rush at the number 6 pick.
I could see. To me, it's down to it's 3 scenarios for me right now at the 6th pick. It's quarterback, it's pass rush, or it's a trade down. I don't see anything else.
Yes.
I don't see them taking an O-line there. I could see them taking an O-line in the hypothetical scenario where they trade down. I don't think they're going to trade up because I don't think I like Haskins. I don't think any quarterback in this draft is worth trading up for. So I think they stay where they are or they trade down. That's what I think will happen.
Exactly. Because for like with regard to the O-line, like let's say right tackle or something, like, you can get that in free agency. You know what I mean?
Right, exactly.
Because it's a lot cheaper.
I think they'll go out and get Darrell Williams. That's what I really think they're going to do that.
I believe that too. I believe because he's the one that drafted him.
Right.
And because it's cheaper to get to pay a right tackle than it is to get a pass rusher in free agency. You know what I mean?
Great point. Pass rushers double the price.
Yeah. So I mean, you draft a pass rusher with the number 6 pick or something like that, and then you can get
terrific point. And what pass rusher? And then I'm going to let you go after this because I'm sure other people want to call in. But what pass rusher would you want to take at 6? We're obviously going off the assumption that Josh Allen isn't there.
Yeah, I mean, I would definitely like Pharrell from Clemson.
A lot of people like Pharrell. A lot of people like Gary.
Yeah, Gary too. Gary's nice.
Yeah,
I like Pharrell more than Gary though, and, or even linebacker Devon White, man.
Oh, I love Devin. I love Devin White, and I love Sweat. It might be a little bit of a reach, but I like Montez Sweat. He fits our personnel nicely. Sweat. He's an outside linebacker. He's athletic. Brian Burns is another
Sweat
one.
would be good if we were to trade down, maybe.
Yeah, and Brian Burns is another one. Very athletic, quick. Yeah. But we'll see, man. We'll see. But Anthony, any closing words before I let you? All right, but Anthony, I just want to say thank you so much for being a great subscriber.
Thank you for being here, bro. Thank you for being here, showing us this.
All right.
Thank you, man.
All right, buddy. Thank you so much for calling in. I had a blast talking to you.
All right.
Thanks, brother. All right, my man. All right. Next caller is on the line. Stand up. What's going on? Who's this?
Stand up, sperm cells.
My man, sperm cell. How you feeling, buddy? I know you had I forgot what happened. You had like a surgery or something?
Stable fracture in tibia.
Oh God, how you feeling?
I feel better now.
All right, man. I'm glad. I hope you're feeling better. So what's up, my man?
So you know the Stadium Series for hockey?
Yes, I didn't get a chance to see it, but yes, when they play outdoors, yeah.
So the Flyers were playing the Penguins, and we were down 3-1, and we scored a goal with about 3 minutes left, tied it with 19 seconds left, and won the game in overtime.
That's insane. That's insane. How often do you see that? Now, I'm assuming when they tied it with 19 seconds left, they had the extra man on the ice. Did they have the extra man on the ice when they scored with 3 minutes left?
No, they didn't.
Okay, so they were even strength at 3 minutes and then the extra man at 19 seconds. That's unbelievable. I got to watch the highlights of that. That sounds incredible.
So, one thing I want to call you about, or talk to you about is, so now the rumors are the Eagles are going to try to franchise tag Nick Foles. Well, they're planning to franchise tag him and then try and trade him. But my only worry is this, what if there's not a trade in place?
Ooh, yeah, that's what you got to worry about if you franchise tag him, because everybody knows you're desperate to trade him. So you're not going to get. But the one thing I will say is, I mean, we've seen other quarterbacks go for obscene prices before, so you never know. But everybody's going to know the Eagles are stuck between a rock and a hard place, so they're not going to have the power. The power is going to be with the team trying to acquire him. So they could, but I mean, you got nothing to lose. Somebody's going to give up something for Nick Foles. So even if you get a 4th-round pick, who cares? It's better than getting nothing, right?
Yeah, but he's also a lot of money. I believe it's going to be $25 million to franchise tag him.
I could be mistaken. I thought it was 20, but you might be right. I might be wrong. Yeah, well, but it's going to be a lot of money if anybody signs him too. They're going to have to pay him that on a per year basis, probably over 4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
So there's only a handful of teams that I think are in the market for him. It's going to be interesting to see because look at the teams who need a quarterback. The Broncos obviously don't now. They still could draft one, but Flacco obviously they traded for, so they're not going for a veteran guy in free agency. So that leaves you with the Giants, who I don't think are going after Foles. That leaves you with the Jaguars, who could. I think they're the front runner. The Redskins and the Dolphins. Those are probably your 4 biggest suitors there, and I'm trying to think if there's another team that's possible. Bengals, maybe. The Bengals actually could make sense. Yeah. So those are your potential suitors.
Yeah, I mean, I could see the Jaguars giving us probably a 3rd-round pick, but I'll just talk about Ramsey or Fournette. It's so unrealistic. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, no, it's not going to happen. There's no chance because they know your situation. But it'll be interesting to see. I don't know what I would want if I was an Eagles fan. Because we've talked about this before. I don't know who I would want as my quarterback because I think Wentz is better, but Wentz is definitely a much stronger injury risk. So, I don't know. It's a tough situation. Wentz is definitely more talented, though. And I know that you're going to go with Wentz because of what you invested to acquire him.
Yeah.
But anything else, buddy, before I let you go?
Yeah. Why do you think Bryce Harper is waiting so long to sign with the team?
I think it's for attention at this point. I mean, I think he wanted to hold out until Machado did because he wanted to be the highest paid player, and he didn't. He's a big ego guy, and he didn't want to sign for $300, and then Machado gets $305. So I think now he's going to demand like $310 or more. Yeah,
I could see why you would do that because if you're the only big name left, a lot of teams are going to be really desperate to try and get at least one of them. So if one of them's gone, they're going to try and throw a lot of money at the other one.
Yeah, it sounds like he's going to the Phillies, but we'll see. I hope not as a Mets fan, but I think he's going to the Phillies. So you guys will be happy over there.
Yeah, I'm not a Phillies fan.
Oh, yeah, what am I saying? Oh, wait, you're not a Phillies fan? Oh, you're a Cardinals fan.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. I just assumed you were Phillies because you're from Philly, but now I remember you told me you were a Cardinals fan. All right, man. All right. Anything else, buddy?
No, that's it.
All right, man. Thank you so much for calling in.
All right.
That's Sperm Cell. That was Sperm Cell. Sports Live in the ATL said, "Oh, thank you. I'll return, and you're going to hate my answer." All right, next call. You're on Live with the Entertainer, and Asia says, "Go Yankees." She's a big Yankee fan. What's going on?
Hey, what's up, Chris? It's Anthony Simonelli.
Anthony Simonelli, big Bills fan. Do you want to talk some Bills? What do you want to talk about?
I actually wanted to talk some Mets.
Ooh, are you a Met fan?
My stepdad's a Mets fan. And
all right.
They're the only team I get in my area, so
I'm streaming the Mets game tomorrow, the preseason game. So I hope
I'll be there.
Awesome. So what do you want to talk about?
So what do you think Jeff McNeil's role is going to be on the Mets this year? Because I know there's a lot of starters that are already set in place, and Jeff McNeil is not one of them right now. So
I like Jeff McNeil a lot. He's kind of like a throwback player. Puts the ball in play. I like his stick. From everything I heard from the coaching staff, from the GM, they plan, which I don't even know if I agree with this, because the Mets have tried to do this several other times with past players. They tried doing it with Hundley. They tried doing it with Murphy. They tried doing it with Duda. It sounds like they're going to try to, again, put an infielder in the outfield. It sounds like that's going to be his primary position. Now, I have read articles, his former high school coach, people in the farm have said that they think he'll handle it well. They think he's athletic enough, and he's had some experience, I guess, at the minor league level playing the corner outfielder role. But it sounds like that's going to be his primary position. But I like him a lot because he's perfect for modern-day baseball. They like players that can play a lot of different spots, and I think McNeil fits that very well.
yeah, he caught a lot of people by surprise in AAA last year. Nobody thought he would be able to come up to the MLB and produce the way he did, or even producing the AAA like he did.
I like McNeil. I think he's a good stick. I think he brings a different element to this lineup because the Mets have a lot of strikeout or home run hitters. He's more of a guy that's going to try to put the ball on play. He's not looking at a home run, looking to advance runners. I think McNeil is a nice addition to this lineup, and I think he could help the Mets a lot this year.
Yeah, and I just have one more question, and I'll get off. But what do you think the outfield's going to look like when Cespedes comes back?
Ooh, that's a great question. I mean, I guess you got to go either Nimmo or Conforto in center. You're certainly not putting Cespedes there with the injury. And then the other one in the corner and Cespedes in the corner. That's what it's got to be. McNeil will probably not. I mean, you always got to factor in that there's probably going to be some injuries, and we don't even know if Cespedes is coming back this year. I mean, they say he probably will, but we don't know that.
Yeah, I'd probably actually bench Lagares. I'd probably put Conforto in center, and then I'd put left and right. I'd put Cespedes and Nimmo.
Yeah, I think that's what they would probably do in that situation. And I hope if we're in the playoff run that he does come back, because we could certainly use a big thumper in the middle of the order. That's something that we're kind of missing this year, which is ironic because last year that's all we had was big thumpers. Going into the year with Cespedes and Bruce and everybody else. Now we kind of got, which I like. I like this type of lineup better. Guys that put the ball in play. And, we all know that Cano can hit home runs, but he's not really like a pure power hitter like a Cespedes. They could kind of use a guy like that in this lineup.
Yeah, I think his bat is the main reason why you put him in the lineup in the first place. So.
Yeah, Alonso could be that guy. Could be.
Yeah, I think his first pitch he saw today, he hit a home run. So
he hit a 2-run home run. I'm so excited for baseball, man. I am so excited. But I just want to say thank you so much for calling in, buddy.
Yeah, thanks for taking my call.
You got it, my man. All right. Waiting for the next caller. Mets not ready to win, man. Probably not, but they did add a lot of nice pieces in the offseason. All right, next call. You're on live. Thank you for calling in.
Hey, White Chocolate.
There he is, my man Isaiah. Do me a favor and stand up. He calls me White Chocolate, of course. I've gotten to meet Isaiah twice in person. Great guy. What's up, Isaiah?
Nothing much, man. Just got home from the ladies' house. How you doing, man? How's everything?
I'm doing good, man. Just enjoying talking to some of my best subscribers. A Saturday night. What do you want to talk? I know you're a big Knicks and Giants fan. What do you want to talk about?
I'll talk about a little bit of Giants. Nothing really going on with the Knicks right now. You know how that goes, man. Oh, my
God. I can't even watch them anymore. Well, they got 11 wins?
Yeah, man. It's just, honestly, man, I'm watching the Duke games. Hopefully we get the top two picks because right now I really want either Zion or RJ. So.
Yeah. Are you a little bit worried with that Zion injury?
Truthfully, no, not right now because it is like a really, really, really typical, like, I think his, like, knee sprain. Maybe in the future, if he kept getting those, I think they're just really being cautious with him right now. They know he has a future in the NBA. I don't think they want to risk it.
Yeah, I agree with you. I don't think it's anything major at all. I think they're being.
You know what it is? It's just the media hyping it up, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think they should be. I think he should be cautious. It's not worth risking his
future.
Of
course.
Yeah, but yeah. I still have him number one. But what do you want to talk about with the Giants?
I know. Of course, I know you've seen the Landon Collin thing. And listen, man, I love Landon, man. I really do. But to me, one thing that's like, if he's being a diva, he needs to learn how to cover. If he covered, and if he can cover, he can be a diva as much as he wants, but right now that's his glaring weakness, and he was getting killed last year. Like Zach Ertz looked like freaking Jerry Rice every time he plays.
Oh
Landon
God!
Collins,
Tight ends kill him. He can't cover. He can't, and he got exposed. I still like Landon Collins, but he's not one to be making contract demands, in my opinion. He should take the $11 million and not complain. But it seems like he's going to.
Well, you know what I like? Because I was talking to my good friend. He's a Giants fan. He was like, hey, what about Landon and the linebacker? I think we should move him.
Yeah, well, a lot of people have said that, and it makes sense. He's very good up at the line of scrimmage. He'd have to probably put on another 15 pounds of muscle maybe, but it makes sense. I mean, we've seen players do that. If I'm not mistaken, Brian Urlacher, I think, was a linebacker in college, and then he bulked up a little bit and became a middle linebacker at the pro level. Maybe. I mean, he certainly has the instincts to play up at the line of scrimmage and play the outside linebacker spot. It's like an experiment, though. I don't know, but I see where you're going with that. He does have a lot of his strongest points would suit well as being an OLB in the 3-4 defense.
No, most definitely, because it's just like right now, I don't know, man. Like I love him, I like him at safety. He's a hard-hitting safety, but it's like when it comes to covering, man, it's like every time we need to stop, they go against him, and it's like they get the big play.
Right.
Also, I mean, and also too, I heard you earlier. You were right. The defense has been crappy, so that's why he looks worse than what he really is. But
yeah, it's like any team sport. When he looked great in 2016, he almost won Defensive Player of the Year, and I don't think his skills dropped off that much. I think that the pieces around him dropped off so much that it makes Collins look worse than he really is. Now, I don't think Collins is good as he looked in 2016, but I don't think he's as bad as he looks now. I think he's somewhere in the middle.
No, I 100% agree with you.
Yeah.
Also, too, one more thing. I don't want to see the Giants on Hard Knocks, man. I pride myself in saying
it would be fun to watch, but it's not good for the. No, it's not. It's much better if they're not. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
Especially with personalities that they got on this team. I mean, could you imagine Odell Beckham on Hard Knocks? I can't.
I don't. Listen, man. My love and it's not even hate. It's just my tolerance level for OBJ it went down the drain, man.
Yeah.
It just went down the drain because it's just like, man, this kid is so talented, man, but he's not doing winning football plays. So, I just don't want to see us on Hard Knocks, man. I pride myself in saying we've never been on Hard Knocks because we haven't been a joke.
I'm with you. The thing is, I don't know the rules. I got to look more into this, but there's certain rules that only certain specific teams could be on Hard Knocks, and the Giants are one of a few. There's only 2 or 3, maybe 4, that they could potentially select, and the Giants are one of them. So that's why a lot of people think it could be the Giants.
Yeah, I can see it.
But we'll see. Yeah, go ahead.
Can I say one more thing?
Yeah.
You're the sexiest white chocolate I've ever met in my damn life.
Oh God, Isaiah is the best. You're the sexiest black chocolate I ever met in my whole life.
Oh my God, I love you, Chris, man. I love you, Chris.
All right, Isaiah, man. I'm looking forward to going to another Knicks game with you, buddy.
Yes, sir, man. Have a good one, man.
Have a good one, my man. All right, we're taking the next caller here. You're on Live with the Entertainer. Thank you so much for calling in.
Hi. I'm not going to keep up another space because I already called before, but can you please tell the moderators to stop timing people out for no reason?
Yeah, I can't pay attention to the chat, so I don't know what's going on, but I will, yeah, I'll tell them.
Thank you.
You got it. All right, next on the line, you're on Live with the Entertainer. Thank you for calling in.
Hey, what's up? It's Jack Pollock.
Jack Pollock, what's going on, my man? How you doing, buddy?
Pretty good. How are you?
Pretty good, my man. What's going on? By the way, Sports Live in the ATL, if you're trying to call, I think you might have been. I'm going to take you next. I think you're 770, so I will pick up 770 next. But, because I know you're a YouTuber, I want to give you the chance to talk. But what's going on, my man?
Not much. I just want to talk about the draft. I think the Giants should address, every position. Well, I know he can't address every position, but on the defense, except for defensive tackle, because I really like Dalvin Tomlinson a lot. I think out of our defensive positions, our biggest one is safety, because free safety is absolute garbage. Curtis Riley had a terrible season.
Oh God.
He was terrible. Like, words can't even describe it. You see him, Blake Jarwin in the Cowboys game. He just totally missed the tackle.
Yeah. No, Curtis Riley to me is maybe the worst defensive player in football. I mean,
yeah,
he's that bad, and there is no way the Giants could go into next year with him as the starting free safety. It cannot happen. So that is my other biggest worry. If you let Collins go, in my opinion, you now have both safety positions you have to replace. So that's a big worry for me, and that is why I think they need to franchise Collins. I do.
Yeah, and I don't think the Giants should go offensive lineman unless it's like late rounds, because I think we're going to get Darrell Williams at free agency, so that'll address pretty much our only hole in the offensive line.
Yeah, I'll say this. I do like Jamon Brown, and Jamon Brown technically is a free agent, but I expect him to come back. I do like Jamon Brown, but he's still
like John Halapio too.
He's good for a cheap center. I'm not sold on either one of them as a long-term answer. But I wouldn't mind if the Giants took a center or guard in the second round, for a guy for depth that could learn under those guys going forward, or could potentially beat them out in training camp. Neither one of those guys is a knockdown starting offensive lineman on a good football team, in my opinion.
Yeah, I like Chris Lindstrom, if you know who that is.
Yes. That's one of my second-round targets. He's a guard.
Yeah, I think the Giants in the second round, Deontay Thompson's actually dropping a lot. And Nasir Adderley I like too, so those would be good two good safety options.
Deontay Thompson I absolutely love. He's the best safety in this year's draft. I think he'll probably go late first round. I don't think he gets to round 2, but it'll be interesting, especially if the Giants need a safety. If it's like pick 25, 26, and he's still there, maybe the Giants trade up to get him. That's a guy that I'd be potentially interested to see the Giants possibly move up and get.
Yeah, because the Giants traded up to the first pick in the second round to get Landon Collins, too. So
yeah, and then the other guy, if they don't take a quarterback at 6, that I could see them trading up late first is Daniel Jones.
Yeah, definitely.
Those are the two guys I could potentially see them trading up for in this draft.
Yeah, no, the only two quarterbacks I can see the Giants getting is either Haskins or Jones.
I agree with you. I think those are the two guys that they'll be interested in. Drew Lock, maybe. I can't rule out Drew Lock, but I'd be shocked if it's Murray. I know a lot of people like Murray. He's very fun. He's electric. He's going to bring a lot to the offense if they get him. I just don't think – it's not even what I feel about the guy. I don't think the Giants are going to want him. I don't.
Yeah. And Devin Bush out of Michigan, the linebacker, I really like him. He could even play safety if the Giants wanted him to.
Yeah, I like Devin Bush, too.
He's a really small linebacker.
He's going to go late first as well. He's another guy that could potentially be a second-round pick if he ever fell, and you never know. There's players are – I mean, last year everybody thought Will Hernandez would be a first-round pick, and he wasn't, so – you never know. But anything else, buddy, before I let you go?
I was just going to talk about, like, releasing for, like, cap space. Like, we could release Olivier Vernon we could free a lot of cap for him.
Yeah, but the only problem with that is if you cut Vernon, that's another player you got to replace. And Vernon is one of our best players. You just can't stay on the field. He's still a very good player. I get it. It's $11 million in savings, but you're also taking an $8 million cap hit. So, it's tough. It's a tough situation.
Yeah, like two callers earlier, they were talking about trading up to the first pick. If we did that, I would be very happy for Nick Bosa. Like, not even a quarterback, just Nick Bosa.
Yeah, I just don't see him trading up for the first pick. It's a lot. This team has too many holes.
No way.
They have too many holes. They can't be. They don't have the luxury to be giving up draft picks.
Yep. Like our starting defensive end right now is Josh Morrow, and he would not start on any other team.
Yeah, and win. I mean, it's not. They don't have any.
Yeah, win too.
They don't have any talent. They need to rebuild most of that defense. So, they can't be trading away draft picks. If anything, they should be trading down to accumulate more draft picks. But I'm gonna let you go, buddy, in case somebody else wants to call him. But thank you so much.
All right, thanks.
All right, my man. And I'm gonna let. And by the way, I don't know. Please stop just deleting whoever. I'm going to let David from Atlanta call in 770. Please stop just deleting people's comments. I don't want that. I don't want people coming in here and the wrenches just delete people to delete people. Don't do that. Waiting for 770. I'm going to give you 10 more seconds. I can't keep hanging up here. You got 10 seconds, David. All right, next caller I'm going to pick up. I gave him 10 seconds, so go ahead and call in. I think that's David from Atlanta. What's going on? You're on live.
Hey, what's up, man? Jesus Christ, you're more popular than the president, sir. Golly, man, it's like everybody's trigger finger is like on speed dial, man. You know, but look, before I get into the call, let me go and say, dude, that was me who was calling earlier. It wasn't Pat. Because I was trying to get in and stuff, so I do want to say that.
I always mix up your two numbers, so I apologize. You both have the 770, so I apologize to Patch for life for that. But
my God, man, it's crazy.
Before you talk,
yeah.
I want everybody who is not subscribed to Sports Live in the ATL, go on over there. He's been in the chat all night. Go on over there and sub him up. But what's going on, buddy?
Well, first of all, since you shouted my channel, is it okay if I post my link in there or no?
Yeah, in the chat, go ahead. Go ahead.
All right. Okay, well, I'll post a link in a minute. But first thing is, I know it's only spring training, man, but congrats on the Mets, man. I was watching the game today, and I recognize absolutely nobody on either team. But it was fun to see. It was fun to see baseball, man. It was fun to see the boys of summer kicking in early, wasn't it?
Oh, I'm excited. I'm so excited for baseball to start. I'm a big baseball fan. I know a lot of the younger generation, probably a lot of my subscribers don't like baseball. I love baseball.
Yeah.
The Mets are probably my favorite team of any team I root for. Football's my favorite sport. I love all three teams. Mm-hmm. I love my Knicks. I love my Giants. I love my Mets. I'm probably this much more of a Met fan than anything else, but I love all of them. I am so pumped up for baseball. I think it's going to be a great year. I go into every year being optimistic, but I like a lot of the moves the Mets made. If they could stay healthy, I think they're going to be a good baseball team.
Okay, now here was something that they were saying, because I totally respect, Keith Hernandez and Ron Darling, because I've always followed SNY New York TV, because I've always loved seeing the post-game shows when the Braves beat the Mets throughout the year. It's always awesome and all that, But I do respect the announcers and all that. They even said that this is going to be a competitive division, and I could see why. And I'm gonna go ahead and give you a few reasons why. Number one, the Braves are defending division champs. We got Ronald Acuna, Alzi Albies. We got Ender Inciarte. We got Josh Donaldson assigned. We got Brian McCann back. We got Tuki Tucson. We got Julio Teheran. We have the guy from Kevin Gausman. And there's talk that we're trying to get Craig Kimbrell back. Yeah. And we also we also re-signed Nick Markakis. So we have a good team, and we still have money to spend. We just have not done it yet. I don't know what we're waiting on.
Yeah.
The Mets have always. If I had to say a Mets issue, I would probably say it's more offense than pitching. You might differ. Because the Mets
I don't differ. I think the Mets pitching, again, it all comes down to health. I think the Mets offense is better than a lot of people may realize this year, if they can stay healthy.
Right.
They had a lot of nice pieces. The pitching is very good. The top three in the rotation, especially with the jump that Wheeler took last year. Wheeler is the three, and then, of course, DeGrom and Syndergaard at the top. And then the back end of the bullpen is dynamite. I mean, they brought in the best closer in baseball in Diaz. He pitched like a 1.4 ERA last year. He is dynamite. 57 saves. And then, of course, Familia, who is a top 10 closer in the sport, is now pitching in the 8th inning. So the Mets have a great back end of the bullpen, and the top three starters are very good. And Matz is a good fourth star. The Mets pitching is very good.
Well, I do think the Mets are going to be better than this previous year. I also respect what the Mets organization did, because I go as far back as Darryl Strawberry's and Dwight Gooden days and the Wally Backmans and the Rusty Staubs. But I love what they did for David Wright. That was class act last year. And so I got to give a shout out to that. I also feel people were talking about the Phillies. So first of all, the Marlins are not going to do it. The Nationals didn't win when they had Bryce Harper and all the pitching and all the offense. I think the Phillies are just going to be, I'll be quite honest with you, an average team even with Harper, because the Nationals have more talent than the Phillies, so I don't see how the Phillies are going to contend. I think it's the Braves' division to lose, to be quite honest, Entertainer, and I think the Braves can legitimately make the NLCS and beyond that. I mean, that's just how I see things.
I mean, the Braves got a good team. I really think it's going to be the most competitive division in baseball if everyone stays healthy. I think there's four good teams in this division. I think they're all going to beat up on the Marlins. I think it's going to be a really fun year in the National League East. I don't think any team's going to win like 94, 95 games, because I think there's four good teams. I think they're going to beat up on each other.
Right.
I think the winner of the division is going to win maybe 91 games or so. I think it's going to be a very competitive.
Yeah, because the Braves won it with like 90 games, but I won't make it too much longer because I know you got a lot of calls. It's quite evident by all the beeps and all that keep popping in. But I do want to say two things. First of all, I do want to say, if I can, I do have the egg bet video entertainer because I know you follow my channel a lot. Check it out. It's a bet that I had to honor where 12 eggs were on my head. And it was crazy. It was about a month past due, but I had to do it. And I want to give a shout out to everybody who supports Entertainer's channel. Cause I came across this dude, and I actually came through Entertainer through Bad Dog, who I've been interacting with for 10 years, and I love the way these guys interact on their videos. I look forward to doing some stuff with them. I'm proud of you guys. You keep it going, and let me give a shout out to Kimber Kiss and C Sports Show. All these guys, who are in here who follow my channel as well. Excellent job, Entertainer. You're doing fabulous, sir. Dilly, and go Braves, sir. We're going to take this division from you.
You know what? I appreciate that a lot. That's a lot of nice things you just said there. I really appreciate everything you just said there. And the same goes for you, man. The same goes for you, man. I don't just pop in anybody's channel. I pop into the channels of YouTubers I respect. Guys that I see putting in the work. Guys that I see showing a lot of respect to other YouTubers. And I see you do that all the time. That's one of my favorite things about your channel. You know what YouTube's about. It's about helping other people out. So,
well, one thing I said actually, and I think I was in Spotlight Sports. Check out his channel.
He's going to be on my channel. He's going to be on my channel on Tuesday.
Yeah, he said that. But I gave you a compliment, man. You are probably, there's a couple guys out there, but you are the one that I've noticed who is doing some things with your channel, and you're interacting with so many sports channels. You're in a lot of people's live streams and stuff. And to me, that means a lot. That shows a lot of integrity. That shows respect for what we all do. Doesn't show selfishness. That's another reason why I do what I do for you, because I totally respect that. So just keep it going, man. Chris Sr., relax, Broham. This is Sleater, sir. You'll get your chance, I promise you.
All right, David Atlanta. Thank you so much.
All right, bro. Later.
Great call, my man. Great call. And, guys, by the way, I am going to get everybody. I promise. I will get to everybody. I'm not going to take favorites because that's not fair to whoever else is trying to call in. But I'm going to get to everybody. What's going on? You're on Live with the Entertainer. Thank you for calling in.
What's going on? It's Nations.
Nations, what is going on, my man? Thank you so much for calling in, buddy.
Yeah, all right. So with one of the previous callers, they were talking about moving Landon Collins to linebacker because, he's not really great in coverage. And James Betcher loves sending blitzes because that's what he likes doing. So if they did move Landon Collins to linebacker, would you be mad about it in any way, or would you agree with it?
If they moved Landon Collins to linebacker, would I be mad with? I don't know. If they think it's for the betterment of the team, but the problem I have with moving Landon Collins to linebacker on this year's squad is the safety position is so weak as is. Now you're taking him out of the safety spot. You can't have Curtis Riley. You need two new safeties now. So it's kind of like you're hurting. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's true.
That's why I don't know. I don't think they can do it on this year's team. The secondary is too weak as is.
Mm-hmm.
But I like the out of the box thinking. It makes sense. He has the attributes to play the OLB.
Mm-hmm.
If he put on 10, 15 pounds of muscle, but the secondary is so weak as is. I personally want them to go out there. I hope they franchise him. I think they need him on this year's team. And then I want them to go out and get a coverage safety. A guy, like I said, in Amos, a cost-effective guy for $8-9 million that can play the free safety spot. Or maybe you get one in the late first round or early second round if you trade it back up into the first. But that's the route I want them to take. They need a coverage safety in this year's draft.
Yeah, it seems valid. So I want to bring up something hypothetical, right? I'm not saying that this is realistic or that it would happen, but if Beckham if you were the Giants and you got a first round, 4th overall selection, in exchange for Odell Beckham from the Raiders, would you trade him for that?
Just for the 4th?
Yeah, just for the 4th overall selection in the first round.
I would do it if Quinnen Williams or Josh Allen was there. If they were both gone in the first 3 picks, I wouldn't do it.
Okay, yeah.
So if Josh Allen fell to 4, or if Quinnen Williams fell to 4, I would do it.
All right, yeah. And also, wait, Kyler Murray is the fast quarterback, right? The mobile one?
Yes.
All right, yeah. I actually think that the Giants should draft him, but like you said, I know that the Giants probably don't want him, but I think the Giants should take him because let's say their offensive line, and I'm not saying that it is still going to be this way, But let's say the offensive line next year is going to be similar to this year. I'm not saying that it is, though. Not 100%. Just hypothetically. So let's say we took Kyler Murray, right? And since he's a mobile quarterback, let's say the offensive line was in shambles still, right? Wouldn't it make sense to take a quarterback if you knew that you weren't going to be able to get O-linemen, and you took Kyler Murray? That way he could evade all the pressures and all the sacks and take off with his legs, because I can't remember the last time a Giants quarterback was mobile that was actually a really good starter.
I just don't like that the idea. I just want the Giants to fix what the problem has been for years on this team. They've tried to get Band-Aids for years. They brought in McAdoo because they couldn't block. They wanted to get the ball out in 2 seconds. Now people, and I'm not knocking, a lot of people have that mindset. Let's bring in Murray because we don't have an offensive line. Fix the offensive line. Don't, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to get guys that let's fix the offensive line. That's the main problem with this team. That's been the problem for years. I don't want Band-Aids. Fix what the problem is. And if you want to take Murray, take him. But you need to fix the offensive line. It's been a huge, huge problem here for 7 years. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, can't agree more with that. And if you do take a quarterback, right, and your offensive line still is in shambles and it's still destroyed, then you're just going to get that quarterback that you took hurt eventually after all those hits and all those sacks. He's going to end up getting Eli syndrome and getting scared to get hit.
Yeah. No, I'm with you, man. I'm with you. You're setting your rookie quarterback up for failure. With a bad offensive line, regardless of who it is. Kyler Murray, it doesn't matter. If he doesn't have an offensive line, he's going to fail. That's just the way the NFL works. And people point to Deshaun Watson, and they said he had a good year and he got sacked 60 whatever times, and the offensive line's not great there. Sure, he played pretty well, but do you think he's gonna be able to survive long term? If he's getting sacked 60 times a year, he's not. He's going to get killed.
That's true.
So, and look at Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers could be a lot better than what Aaron Rodgers is unbelievable, but he's had a poor offensive line, and he's had injuries because of it. Andrew Luck, same thing. They finally fixed his offensive line. Now you're seeing the dividends pay off, but he had injuries because of it. So you need to fix the offensive line. They need to. And they started to with Gettleman. That's why I'm so happy they brought Gettleman in. They're still not there. They're still not there yet, though.
And they also need a pass rush, because if you look back at Super Bowls that we won, and I know you and Bad Dog say this a lot, when you look back at all the Super Bowls that they've won, they had some sort of pass rush that would actually put pressure on the quarterback. And you need that. If you want to be, in my opinion, if you want to be successful in the NFL, you have to have some sort of pass rush, because if you don't have a good pass rush, and even if you give a mediocre quarterback all the time in the world, they're going to eventually find ways to manipulate the defense and throw good passes and go downfield to score and win, and eventually win the game.
Right. No, you're absolutely right. The Giants could have caused that at least 3 or 4 games this year had they had a pass rush. They haven't had that for 4 years, and they've been 29th or worse 3 out of the last 4 years in sacks. That tells you all you need to know.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm going to let you go because I'm sure a few more people want to call in. It's getting late. I hope that Chris Sonor is still in here because I want to get a call from him, but I haven't seen him in the chat. But have a good night, buddy.
Yeah. You too.
All right, man. All right, next call. You're on live. Thank you for calling in.
Learn football.
Okay, Cushman. He wants me to do the whole learn football routine. Learn football? Get the hell out of my stream. But what's going on, Cushman? Thank you for calling in, buddy.
Nothing. First off, I just want to say my sleeper pick for the Sexy 16 is Jet Central. Just want to throw that out there. My sleeper pick.
Okay, Jet Central. A lot of people are picking JC. I mean, he's gorgeous.
Yeah, I feel like people think that the front runners are you, Bad Dog, and then Josh from Sports Fury. But I'm thinking Jet Central is going to be a really nice sleeper pick. I put money down.
You put money down. He's getting 5-1 odds. You're picking JC.
Yeah, I'm going to be picking JC.
Interesting stuff, my man. I'm really looking forward to seeing how this plays out next Friday.
Also, the voter committee needs to get switched because Crazy Dog needs to be in there. I mean,
well, Crazy Dog's going to be in our second tournament. We're working on that with the committee already. He will be in the second tournament.
All right.
But anything else you want to talk about, my man?
So I just wanted to say, so
I made my opinion clear in a video, but I don't know if you heard the recent rumor about Craig Kimbrell of him saying he might sit out like a quote-unquote a decent chunk of the year until he waits to get the money. And I think it's completely stupid. He's asking for like 6 years and like a ton of money, and he's kind of been a free agent. It's going under the radar because there's been no like traction with him. But the idea that he could sit out is so stupid to me.
Yeah, how old is Kimbrell now?
I believe he's like 30, 31.
Yeah, I don't think he'll sit out. I think he'll sign a contract.
I don't think he will, but the fact that he's even considering it is like mind-boggling to me. I did like a full rant video on it on my channel.
I can't wait to watch it. I've just been busy with work and everything else, but
yeah.
Anything else you want to say before I let you go?
I also wanted to ask, like, I feel like people like with I don't know like how to phrase it. I'm just saying, like, I feel like people have, like, Devin White has gained less traction recently. I don't know, but I feel like people, like, including you were like all in on Devin White, but then I feel like people have like not talked about him recently. I don't know why.
I'm still all in on Devin White. I love Devin White. I just don't know if he's going to be there at 6. I love Devin White.
Yeah, and I'd also say linebacker's probably not the biggest need on the team.
No, it's not. That's the thing with Ogletree on the team. If they don't cut him,
we'd probably cut Ogletree if we drafted White. Probably.
Yeah, but then that defeats the purpose because the draft's after free agency.
Yeah.
You know, so that's the thing. But anything else, man? Before I let you go, buddy.
Not really.
All right, buddy. Thank you so much for being a great subscriber. Keep up the great work on your channel, and I'm sure it's going to grow, my man.
I'm 12 subs away from 100. I want to get to 100 by the end of the month.
Well, keep putting up those videos. You will.
All right. Thank you.
Have a good one. All right, next call. You're on live. Thank you for calling in.
What's going on, entertainers? Hey, Fizzle again.
Who is this?
Hey, Fizzle.
Hey, Fizzle. What's going on, my man? A Braves fan. I think you're a, if I'm not mistaken, you're a Falcons fan?
No, you said we tried this last time. I'm Broncos.
Oh, that's right. I just assume Atlanta.
Yeah,
Broncos.
a lot of people assume that though.
Are you from Atlanta?
No, I'm not from Atlanta. I did grow up about an hour and a half away from there.
Okay, where are you living now?
What I want to know, I'm pretty sure you obviously watch the AAL. So, like, any thoughts of who you think is going to be in the championship, or you think it might be too early to determine that?
Right now Orlando looks phenomenal. I mean, and Charles Johnson's going to get a pro contract. He's been great. Yeah, I'd say Orlando right now is my favorite. They're 3-0. They've been great.
That's very magic. I've been telling you for that before game 1.
Yeah, no, I'm not, I'm not glued to this. I stream the games, but I mean, I think right now you gotta say Orlando's been the best team.
Yeah, they look really good. I gotta give Spurrier credit. He's doing the thing over there. It's like a lot of people were really skeptical about him when he first started. They thought, he's gonna flop, but look like he's so far so good though.
Yeah, I mean, he didn't do that good in the pros, but I mean, he was a great.
Oh yeah, I kind of sense that though.
Yeah, but he was a great coach in college for the Gators. I mean,
because it's really hard to for a lot of coaches to transition over to college and pro. So I kind of had my doubts when we went to the Redskins though, and I was proven right at the end.
Yeah, no, it was not a success there. The Redskins they failed with a lot of big name acquisitions, whether it be a player or a coach. Since Gibbs has left, but anything else, man? You want to talk Broncos, Braves, anything else?
As far as Broncos, there's nothing to really talk about because I haven't heard anything outside of Brandon Marshall getting released, which I kind of seen that coming from a mile away as well.
How old is Brandon Marshall?
He's still in his 20s, so maybe early 30s at the oldest.
He's a middle linebacker.
Yeah, he's a middle linebacker.
Yeah, maybe the Giants are interested in him. Who knows?
Yeah, I think because I was conversing with another Broncos fan earlier in the week. I told him I think the Broncos are just trying to start all over, just kind of because the team we had to go to the Super Bowl a couple years ago, with the exception of Von Miller and Chris Harris, most of them pretty much gone. So we're just basically starting anew. Let's see what we're going to do with these new cats that come in via draft, via free agency, and see if we can start over trying to get this team back to the playoffs.
Right. We'll see, man. We will see, man. I don't think you're a playoff team this year, but only because of the division you play in. It's a really tough division. But last year, you guys were my sleeper pick, actually. I took you guys as the team going into the year that I thought would do a lot better than people thought, and you guys let me down. So I'm not going to pick you guys again as my sleeper team, but I do...
I can't blame anyone for not picking us. I actually picked us as a sleeper pick. Then we fucked around and lose to, I don't know if you like cussing on it, but we lost to the 49ers. Yeah, and it kind of went down there from there.
Yeah. But you guys definitely have a future there with your pass rush. You just got to get the offense going. You have some nice pieces. I mean, obviously you added the rookie running back. What's his name again off the top, man? I don't remember.
Oh, what'd you say again?
The running back.
Right. Oh, Phillip Lindsay.
Yes, Lindsay had a great year for you guys. So you added a nice piece there. Chubb's a really nice piece. So you guys are building something there. And I actually think Flacco's going to fit pretty well there. I think he's going to do well with the thin air. But but we'll see, man. I think you guys will be competitive. You're not going to be a joke. You'll be competitive.
I strongly agree.
All right.
That's all I really got to say on it. I just want to talk about that for a brief second. So I'm gonna let you get to your other calls before you get up out of here. I'll talk with you later on your channel.
I appreciate the call, and everybody going over there and sub up Fizzle. I appreciate the call. Fizzle, sub him up. Thank you so much.
All right, you have a nice night, man.
All right. Let's see what we got. Yo, Chris. All right, do it quick, Chris. Do it very quick. I'm going to block one call. I can't keep... I got to take it, Chris. I got to take it. What's going on? You're on Live with the Entertainer. Thank you for calling in. I'll get you next, Chris. Who's this?
Hey, Entertainer. What's up? It's BK Sports Talk.
BK Sports Talk. Big Eagles and Spurs fan. What's going on, my man?
Nothing much. I just want to talk a little bit about the Landon Collins thing. To me, I think it was a smart move to move on from Collins. I think to me it's the best move I've seen Gettleman make. But I might be looking into this a little bit too much. He's got to let me know. But to me, this meant that Gettleman understands the Giants aren't going to be good next year, and he's not going to rush into trying making them good by plugging holes with veterans and stuff. With Collins, you let him. You talk.
No. Go ahead. I didn't mean to interrupt you. Go ahead.
All right. You let him go. You let Collins go, and you'll get a third-round comp pick for him next year. To me, it's not really worth it because he's a bit of a diva, and he wasn't really playing that good. You said you had problems with him in coverage. I agree too. He wasn't amazing in coverage, so if he's not that good, I don't think you're going to give him big money. And safeties primes usually go from age 24 to 27, and he's already 25. So by the time the Giants are good again, let's say you give him a 5-year contract, he's already nearing the end of his prime.
No, I'm definitely leaning more than you. I wouldn't mind franchising him, but I'm leaning more towards you, in the sense that I don't want him here for 5 or 6 more years. They could potentially franchise him a second time. It's 120% raise. So if they franchise him for $11 million, then you're going to franchise him for what? 20% on top of that is what? About 13, 14 for 1 year? So they could do that. They could elect to basically a 2-year contract for $24 or $25 million. They could go that route. Of course, they're going to have to deal with the nonsense again, though, with Collins. So we'll see how it works out. But I don't think I'd want to commit 5 or 6 years to him. I agree with you on that.
Yeah, but that goes back to my other point. I think, if they don't sign him back, they understand they're not going to be competitive. I don't really see... Do you think the Giants are going to be competitive next year?
I think they could be. I'm not saying that they can't be. I'm not going to say I definitely think they will be, but I'm not a big fan of your Eagles next year. I know you're an Eagles fan. You're not going to like hearing that. I think the Eagles could definitely take a step back. I think you're losing a lot of pieces. You're going to lose Brandon Graham. I don't think the Eagles are going to be a super team. I think the Cowboys are the clear-cut favorite. But I'm not going to say it's impossible. If the Giants fix that O-line and get a pass rusher, I'm not going to say it's impossible the Giants could compete.
Yeah, it's true. But the Eagles, they're going to build. They have to let some pieces go because you're going to try and bring back everyone. You're going to end up in salary cap hell. You got to let some people go.
I think the Eagles are doing the right thing. I just think, in my opinion, and by them taking a step back, they may still win 9 games because they play us off their schedule. But I don't think I think the Eagles are going to have less talent than they did this year, next year, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's true. It's good as long as they got 2 comp picks back. You just got to keep building through the draft. You can't always try and bring back people. The right move is to let them go, but hopefully they can get some rookies that can play really well, and that'll be the recipe for us maybe getting
this
13
is
wins now.
a huge draft for the future of the Eagles franchise. It's a huge draft.
Yeah.
You guys have to hit on this draft. Same thing for the Giants. Big draft for both the Giants and Eagles this year. I think the Cowboys going in, if you're being fair, are the favorite.
Yeah, true. All right, and I just wanted to bring up one more thing about basketball. It was a little funny thing that I saw. It was, do you see that the Trailblazers and 76ers were playing? I think it was earlier today, or maybe it was yesterday. And Ben Simmons was taking a free throw. Did you see the clip?
I didn't. I was working all day.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, so he was taking a free throw, and as he went to go take the free throw, Nurkic, he said that he screamed miss, and you could, like, hear it over, like, the TV, you know, something when you pick up the sound.
Right.
So he screamed miss, and Ben Simmons missed a free throw. And he went down to, like, high-five his teammates or whatever. And when he went down to high-five his teammates, he looked over at Nurkic. He went, you talk a lot of shit for being ass. And you could hear that over the TV, too. I just thought it was funny.
Oh, that's pretty funny. I'll have to take a look at that. Yeah, that's pretty funny. I'll have to take a look at that. Yeah, I'll definitely take a look, man. But thank you so much for the call, buddy.
All right. See ya.
All right, my man. You have a good night.
You too.
All right. This chat is hilarious and weird. Yeah, AJ, it always is. It always is. They bring the laughs. I don't even know what we're laughing about. I missed it. I'm going to have to go back and look after. I always get laughs. Cristiano, I'm going to give you 10 more seconds. I can't keep hanging up on people. There he is. There is the infamous, the son I never had, Cristiano. Go ahead, buddy.
Yep. Yo, I just want to say something real quick. The Giants always stink. The Giants always stink.
You know what?
The Giants always stink.
We got 4 more Super Bowls than you do. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, Philly 500 is my stepdad. Yeah, I think Chris and Philly are gonna get married in a couple of weeks. So yeah.
I mean, if there was a man I was going to marry, Philly 500 would be near the top of my list. He's adorable. He knows his sports. Really nice guy. He's got a lot going for him. But Chris, what do you want to talk about?
So I want to talk about. I heard this I was reading this article on the MLB network, or not network, more like the website, and it was saying like with Machado playing third base, and Mejia and I don't know how to say this dude's name, Urias or whatever. The Padres look very scary and look like a very solid team. Do you really think that's actually true?
They could. I mean, I still think that they're not going to win the division, but they could be a decent team this year. I think it's going to be money wasted, if you want my honest opinion. I don't think you guys are ever going to win a championship. I think it's going to be a waste. We've seen teams do this before. The Texas Rangers did it with Alex Rodriguez. The Mariners did it with Robinson Cano. They brought in these big pieces before they were ready to compete, and usually it doesn't work out. So in my opinion, I know it's going to bring a lot of excitement to your team. You guys didn't have much going for you before. So maybe if they, and I know they're supposed to have a very good farm system, the Padres, from what I've read. So maybe they build that team up the right way, and maybe Machado, a young budding superstar, puts you guys over the top. But if you want my honest opinion, I would say no. I think in the end, it's going to be a bad move.
Oh, that's kind of like all I wanted to say. And I also want to say that the Giants always stink. And also, I think you want to check out Patriots Go. He's kind of making a little bit of a fuss again in the chat. So I'm gonna say.
All right, I'll take a look. I gave him a second chance. I like that kid. I gave him a second chance. I'll have to go. I'll have to go back.
Yeah, he changed his name to Twat for Life.
Oh yeah, I mean that's a little funny thing. I'm not gonna get mad at him for that, but I'll go back and look. But Chris, thank you so much for calling in, buddy.
All right, thank you.
All right, have a good one. Ligma's in the chat, and Dark Demonic popped in. Last Jedi, stand up. Kimber Kiss is still here. Go over there and sub her up. What's going on in here, guys? Wee says, well, if you're not subscribed, what's going on is you should hit that bell. And we're talking sports. Ring the bell, hit the sub, hit the thumbs up. Somebody told me I got like 6 thumbs up down. That never happens on these calling shows. I must have got a couple of haters that came in. What's going on? You're on Live with the Entertainer. Thank you for calling in.
What's up, Chris? It's Brandon.
Brandon Rogers.
Yeah.
What's poppin', my man? How you doing?
What's up, bro? I mean, I had a basketball tournament all day, so I'm kind of tired, but I figured I'd hop on and
You
listen
always,
in.
every time you call me, you had a basketball tournament. You must be quite the player.
Yeah, it's always on weekends.
Very good stuff, man. How'd you do today?
Well, see, we're usually playing, so our level is like B2, so we play like B2 tournaments. Today we played an A3 tournament, and we kind of did bad, but we won a game, and then we lost two, so we did all right, considering we're a B team, but we did all right.
All right, not bad, not bad. You took a step up in class, and you competed. Not bad. but what's up, my man? What do you want to talk about?
I mean, I just had so I heard you were talking about the Machado signing or the last call, but I just want to get your contenders and then your sleepers for the AL and the NL.
Okay. Yeah, I'll give you my right now. National League East, I think is a complete crapshoot. I don't think there's any clear-cut favorite. If the Phillies get Harper, I'm going to label them the favorite, but still, I don't think that they're a slam dunk to win the division. National League East, I still think is up for grabs. American League East, I think, is clearly between the Yankees and the Red Sox. I'm actually going to have the Yankees as a slight favorite right now, but I think it's very close. Because the Red Sox everything broke right for them last year. A lot of clutch hits, but they're a great team.
And the Red Sox lost a few pieces in the bullpen.
And they lost a few. Yeah, of course.
Kimbrel.
Kimbrel's a big loss. But I'm going to have the Yankees as a slight favorite, but I think it'll be very competitive. And the Rays are a team you want to look out for in the wild card hunt. The Rays, a lot of people don't realize, had a pretty good year last year. In the National League Central, I never sleep on the Cardinals. I don't even care who's on their roster. They always get the most out of their talent. The Cubs obviously have a lot of talent.
They got Goldschmidt, so,
they got Goldschmidt. The Cubs have a lot of talent. I would say those two teams. I would say those two teams in the Central. And then in the West, I like the Rockies a lot, and the Dodgers. Rockies and Dodgers I like in the West. So those are a couple of divisions I just gave you. Those are my teams there.
Yeah, I mean, the Rockies, they lost what's his name, Adam? I don't know how to pronounce his last name, Ottavino or something like that.
They added Murphy. They added Murphy, who I think is he's going to play very well there.
That I honestly think that's an upgrade over DJ LeMahieu.
I agree.
I think honestly it is.
I agree.
Yeah. So, and then, I got the Dodgers, obviously, my team, winning the West again. I mean, we added Joe Kelly, we got a solid, setup man for Jansen. And Joe Kelly, he's been really coming on these past few years, so I like that. And then, I'd say, who I think could be in there for Kimbrel, the Brewers, because the Brewers are looking to upgrade that bullpen with Knable and, Jeffers and stuff like that. So that could be a team for Kimbrel, too.
Yeah, that would be a nice add by them. I mean, of course, they got a ton of talent. That would be a nice add by the Brewers. Yeah, Kimbrel, still one of the best closers in baseball, so that would be a really nice add for them.
And then on the AL, it's just those same four teams again with the Yankees, Red Sox, Astros, possibly maybe the Athletics, Indians,
Yeah, well, the Indians are going to be in the hunt for sure. The Athletics, they surprised last year. I agree. Baseball's always fun because there's a lot of teams that you're going into the year that could compete. So it's going to be a fun year. I'm really looking forward to it.
And there's always those surprise teams. There's always those, 2 or 3 teams that come up out of nowhere.
Always, every year. Yeah. And hopefully this year it's the Mets. But, anything else, my man?
No, that was all I wanted to talk about.
All right, Brandon.
Wait, one more.
Yeah, go ahead.
Do you think the Padres are going to be the middle-of-the-road team, or do you think they could be contending for a wild card with Machado?
I'm leaning towards not competing for a wild card still, but I wouldn't be shocked if they do. I wouldn't be shocked.
Yeah, I guess, yeah.
But I'm leaning towards not competing for a wild card.
I say they're in that, the high 70s, maybe win range, lower 80s probably.
Yeah, I think they're
around 500.
Let's put it this way. If they're around 5, I could see them potentially being a 500 team at the deadline and going out and making a huge splash and maybe then competing for a playoff spot. they might be able to put themselves in contention that way. But the roster they currently have, I would say no.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. But, they do have outside Hosmer, and Machado, they got Myers, they got Renfroe, they got a nice core over there, but, they are a few years away. I agree with you on that, yeah.
I like Myers, though. He's a good player. But,
and he's very versatile. He can play outfield, infield, He's very versatile for them.
Yeah. But I'm going to let you go, man, because I'm sure we got a couple more people that want to call in. But thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks for having me on, bro. Appreciate it.
You got it, my man. Thank you for calling in. So we got a little West Coast flavor there. Big Dodgers fan. We talk some Padres. We talk some Dodgers. We talk broad baseball. Baseball is going to be on the scene in a month. Get your popcorn ready as we wait for the next caller. All right. What's poppin'? You're on live. Thank you for calling in.
What is going on, my man? It's Joe Musa.
Joe Musa. Everybody do me a favor. Everybody in the chat, do me a favor. And by the way, I need Joe Musa to put the link to the channel, The Entertainer's Greatest Hits. It is hilarious. The editing that he does. The last episode he did was like 20 minutes. And like 12 of it was me and Philly 500. It was just me dying of laughter the whole time from all the jokes that Philly was telling. But he's going to drop that link. You guys are going to sub that up. And everybody in the chat, do me a favor and give Joe Musa a big stand up. Joe Musa, what's going on, my man?
What's going on? I'm calling in because everybody in your chat wants to hear Kimberkiss calling.
Oh, they want to hear Kimberkiss calling. Well, you know me, Joe Musa. I never turn down the ladies. If Kimberkiss wants to call in, the line is open. She just got to give me the three numbers to her area code, and I'll block everybody until she calls in.
If you want to hear her call in, give me a 1. And if you want to see Sister Tana, give me a 2.
Sister Tana's not here, so you're not going to get Sister Tana.
I always wanted to do that, but that was all, man. Have a good night, Chris.
All right, my man. Thank you so much for calling in, buddy.
You got it.
Joe Moose is the best. All right, my man. We're getting ones. Sister Tana's not here. You're not going to get Sister Tana. I mean, I could show you an invisible door. But we're getting ones. I don't think this is her. There's a 631 area code. But go ahead. What's popping?
No, I'm not a broad.
Oh, my favorite, the original jerk off. What's going on, my man?
That's me, buddy. Hey, what are you doing on a Saturday night? I turn on my phone and I see you're on, and it's usually Mondays.
Well, no, I did Saturday last week too.
You did do one last week?
Yeah, I did. You might have missed it.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm doing the Mondays, the Saturdays. I was thinking about taking off and just doing Mondays, but a lot of my subscribers requested I did this. I did a live stream for about an hour after I got back from work, and then I popped on, did this. So we've been going strong now for about an hour and a half. But
I mean, you are the hardest working man on YouTube. There is no doubt about it. No, seriously,
there's a lot of hardworking guys. Mr. Bad Dog streams all the time. Jet Central is very hard. We're a lot of hardworking guys, but I appreciate the compliment.
Hey, how great was it to see the Mets on today?
Oh God, I'm gonna be streaming the game tomorrow. I hope you're there.
Oh, definitely be there. Hey, let me ask you a question. I'm watching the game, the Met game today, and Alonso started at first, and then I guess maybe halfway through the game they put Dominic Smith in.
I don't mean to interrupt you because I see it in the chat and she's calling. Kimberkiss, I see you calling in. Once he's off the phone, I see the 440. I'm gonna take Kimberkiss once I'm off the phone. So nobody call in. Open up the lines for Kimberkiss. We'll get her on the phone right after the original jerk-off. But go ahead, my man.
So they had Alonso in. He started the game. And then I guess, I don't know, probably by the 5th or the 6th inning, they put Dominic Smith in. Who do you see starting at first this year?
Right now, I got to look at the contract. Because a lot of times teams don't bring up their rookies until like late May because of the contract implications, because they basically get them a year longer on their rookie deal. So if that's the case with Alonso, I don't see him starting up with the big club because of that. We all know how cheap the Mets are. If they could get another year on a cheap deal out of Alonso, they're going to do it. So that's the only way Alonso's going to start from day one, in my opinion, is if he absolutely tears the cover off the ball, and they have no choice. Like if he bats 380 and hits like 9 home runs in spring training, they're going to have to give him the starting job from the spring. But knowing the Mets and knowing most teams do this now, they'll probably wait until mid to late May to call him up.
All right, so then who's going to be the starter?
Frazier probably.
Frazier, you think?
Yeah, probably.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I guess I could see that. Actually, I'd rather have him than Dominic Smith. That's for sure.
Yeah, I'm not a big Dominic Smith guy. Not a big Dominic Smith guy.
But I just wanted to call and say hi because I was kind of shocked that you were on. But no, that's great. Are you going to be doing it most Saturdays now, or just you're not sure?
Actually, last week I think I did Friday because we had the nonsense stream on Saturday. Most of the time, the nonsense stream is on Friday though. So yes, it's going to be Mondays and Saturdays going forward.
All right. I'll let you get to Kendra. Have a good one, buddy, and I'll give you a buzz on Monday.
Mark Israel, you are the best, and we are going to win out with that. Have a good night, man. And we are going to now be waiting for 440 to call in. Everybody wants you to call in. Everybody wants you to call in. So I'm going to wait. I'm going to give it 20 seconds. I think the chat just got what they wanted. I think Kimberkiss is on the line. She's got a great YouTube channel. Somebody just subscribed to my channel. Somebody just honked outside the door. Thank you so much for that. Kimberkiss, what is going on? What do you want to talk about?
I don't know.
She doesn't know. She just wants to talk. She was egged on by the chat. I mean, what do you what's your interests? What's your channel about? Let's talk about your channel.
My channel?
Yeah, let's talk about your channel.
My channel's just a bunch of things. I talk about like paranormal stuff and
Whoa. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? She would be a match made in heaven for Philly 500. All he talks about is conspiracy theories. We have got to get a collaboration between Kimberkiss and Philly 500. She talks paranormal stuff on it. Are you kidding me? And Goose 76 believes in ghosts. Now tell me some things about the paranormal activity. I'm interested.
I've had stuff happen to me ever since I was a little girl. When I was really small, like my mom would take me to the library and I'd make her buy me ghost books, and she hated reading them to me, but I'd always make her. And I've just been attracted to it, and then I would go ghost hunting, and everywhere I've lived, I've had things happen to me. So.
Can I get like a specific story?
Yeah, there was one time I lived in this old house in Avon, Ohio, and it's part of the Historical Society. It was built in 1901, and there was like a little boy ghost that would like always play with my hair and like yell at me, and if the guy that I was dating at the time, he like actually scared him and like slammed his hand against the wall, and my boyfriend at the time like woke up startled and was like, "What the hell was that?"
And you're married, right?
Yeah.
And your husband's completely fine with all the ghosts hanging around the house? He's got no problem with that?
He like didn't believe in it. He used to ghost hunt himself. He didn't believe that there was anything here, but like the more that it's been happening, he knows.
Wow. Yeah. Very interesting. I've got to tune into your channel. I'm very, very interested in what you could tell me about ghosts. I mean, I'm not a believer, so I'm going to challenge you to make me a believer in ghosts. So I'm very excited. Do you actually film the ghost hunt? Do you go around filming the ghost hunts? Like, how does that work?
Yeah. Well, you just take like a voice recorder, because what Spirit does is it communicates through technology. So like anything, like I had a voice come through, actually 2 voices come through my daughter's baby monitor a couple of times. And the one my husband actually caught and showed me. So that's when he started realizing like, whoa, something's going on here. So.
Interesting stuff. Everybody's got to go over there and sub her up. This sounds terrific. And she's beautiful. I said that. I hope your husband's not listening. He's going to get upset. But I want you to keep up the great work on your channel. I want to say, where are you from, by the way?
I'm from Ohio.
She's from Ohio. So if she's ever single,
yeah,
I got her number, and maybe I'll call her. But I want to say, thank you so much for calling in. I want to say thank you for subscribing to my channel. I hope you're back. I hope you're calling again, and keep up the great work.
Thank you so much.
You got it. Have a good one.
You too.
All right. So there you go. There you go. Go on over there, sub her up. You can watch a beautiful woman look for ghosts. What's better than that? What's better than that? And it's 12:23. I'll probably be live for another 15, 20 minutes. She will be in the greatest hits, Joe Musa says. All right, next caller. You're on live with the entertainer. Thank you for calling in.
Chris, what the crap, man?
Chris, what the crap, man? Who is this?
Yeah. Just trying to get with a married woman. What the frick?
What's going on, my man? Who, I know the voice. Who is this?
It's the same person as the first person. It's just really easy to get on the line. I guess it's kind of scared now.
Oh, I'm not taking second-time callers yet.
Oh, okay. That's fine.
But, maybe the last 20 minutes, but I want to give other people a chance to call in.
Okay. I just have a complete plan for the Knicks, and I wanted you to see it.
All right, real quick, give it to me. Make it quick. Oh, he hung up. All right. The lines are open. Who the fook is this? Oh, man. You guys are funny. Oh, Kimber was great. Fantastic. Anytime she wants to come on. Anytime she wants to come on. You have an open marriage, Kimber. Really? Okay. Are you into 33-year-old, 5'11", half Italian, half Italian, and then a mix of like Irish, German? Are you into that? Because if you are, open marriage, let me know. You have my number, and we'll set something up. And we are waiting for the next caller. You're part German. Well, so am I. I'm like 5%. I'm part German. We're waiting on the next caller, guys. I might start taking second-time callers because it seems to have died out. I think everybody was waiting for her, and then they're like, okay, I could leave. Sexy, he's not going to call, and he says this every show. Troy Flett's wife just called in. ACOC, go ahead and call back in. If nobody's going to call in, go ahead and call back in. All right, next call. You're on live. Thank you for calling in.
What's up, entertainer? It's Goose.
Goose, another believer of paranormal activity, and he has stories to back it up.
I am, because I've gotten poked before.
And he actually, Goose, was the one who introduced me to Kimber's channel.
I know. So if y'all get married, I got to go to the wedding.
What's going on, Goose?
Oh, nothing much, man. I just wanted to call in and talk to you for a minute.
Yeah, man.
And nothing much is going on.
Yeah. What do you want to? You want to talk ghosts? Like, all right. Tell me your story about ghosts. Let's try to set up a love connection. What's your story about ghosts?
Okay. Well, I mean, it was actually the night of Hold on one second. Hold on.
I think he's being attacked by a ghost right now.
Remember when the Packers played the who they played in the Super Bowl after they played the Saints? Was it the Steelers?
Okay. Yes.
Was it the one that was in Dallas?
Okay.
So I was home alone, and then I'm watching the game, and I hear like a faint little knock. My dogs heard it too, and because they went nuts and they walked into the front door. Nobody was there. So I don't know if somebody knocked on the door and ran. I don't know. But anyway, so later that night, I used to keep my laptop in the bedroom, and so I used to keep it locked. When it goes to screensaver, you hit it. You got to put a password on. So all of a sudden, I wake up and I hear something whispering in my ear, like, "What's the password?"
Okay.
And so I wake up, and then the computer's on. It's on the password screen.
So the ghost, we think the ghost, hacked into your computer.
I think the ghost. That's like, because the ghost? I guess the ghost is trying to get on my computer. I'm not lying to you. This happened.
And did the ghost? What did he look up, or she look up? Was there like porn on your computer? What did they look up?
No, because I guess he couldn't log on because I guess he was asking what the password was.
Oh, you didn't give him the password. Okay.
He said, "What's the password?"
Oh.
Because it was on the password screen. So ever since then, I've kept my computer out of the room.
Oh, okay. So now that
I did get poked that night because I guess I didn't tell him the password because it poked me that night.
Wow. I never thought that this show was going to turn into paranormal, but it just did, and I'm loving it. I'm absolutely loving it. Great story there, Goose.
So you don't believe in ghosts?
I don't, but maybe you and Kimber could convince me.
I mean, I guess you'd have to have it happen to you, because I mean, I guess a lot of things could be explained, But I mean, I can just tell you what happened. That's all.
Yeah, well, I mean, I get the story. I mean, it sounds like you had an experience. Now, are you sure it wasn't your wife, right? You weren't drunk. You were very sober.
Oh, I wasn't drunk now.
Okay, so maybe it was a ghost. I guess you will never know.
Oh yeah, I guess I'll never know, huh?
Anything else, Goose?
So you're up late tonight, man. It's late. It's 12:30 by you, huh?
Yeah, I'm probably gonna tune out in about 20-30 minutes. And tomorrow I got a big day. I'm doing a triple header.
Where's your sister at?
She's not here. So I think she's out.
She's out?
Yeah, she's out.
Man.
She's out in the city.
On a date?
I don't know if it's a date or out with friends. I don't know. I got home from work. She wasn't here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So when are we going to see Sister Tana?
I don't know. I got to work out a deal with her. I don't know. Gonna have to work out a deal with her.
Yeah, you got to do something.
We'll have to. I got to work out a negotiation. I don't know. Everybody seems to want it. I don't know if she wants to be on camera. We'll have to figure it out.
Yeah.
But Goose is the best, though. By the way, if anybody is not subscribed to Goose76, he's gonna be back in the chat. Go over there. You're close to 500, right?
What's that?
You're close.
Yeah, I'm like 450 something. I think 450.
All right, help him get closer to 500. Sub him up. He's a great guy. Really nice guy. Always shows a lot of support to my channel. Go on over there and sub him up. Thank you for the call, Goose.
Okay, no problem, man.
All right, buddy. Have a good one. Asia was calling in. Hold on. Asia, give me the first 3 digits to your number. Give me the area. I'm going to keep hanging up because these are second-time callers. Asia, you got to tell me the first 3 digits. First 3 digits. A ghost stuck his finger up your butt. I'm not going to pick up unknown numbers. Asia, 10 seconds. You got to tell me that. All right, 917. I'm waiting on a 917 from Asia. Waiting on a 917. Bad Dog farted. Interesting. Just got another subscription. I had the horn honk, so thank you for that. 917, Asia. I'm going to give you 10. I don't know. I think we've got Asia on the line.
Hello?
We've got Asia on the line. How are you, Asia?
I'm okay.
You're okay. You've been a great subscriber of mine. Asia, of course, has told me that she wants to make out when I go to Citi Field. When I go to see a Mets game, she works there. So what do you want to talk? Do you want to talk about that? Are you a good kisser?
Yeah. You want me to kiss you? I will.
What's going on, Asia? What do you want to talk about?
About baseball, man.
All right, let's talk some baseball. You're obviously a Yankee fan, so you want to talk? You want to talk about the Yankees?
Yep. Yeah, man. They better win this year, man. I'm tired of Boston losing.
What happened?
I'm tired of Boston losing. I hope they win this year.
Well, I think the Yankees are gonna beat up Boston. I really do. I think the Yankees are gonna. You sneezing? Did you just sneeze?
No, I got allergies.
Oh, God bless you.
Mm-hmm.
So you think the Yankees will win this year?
I hope so, man. We need to. We haven't won in a long time.
Yeah, I think you will. I think you're gonna win the division this year. You're sneezing a lot.
Mhm. When you gonna come to a game, man? Get you some food.
I'm gonna be at Citi Field. I already have my tickets. I'm gonna be at Citi Field the second game of the year.
All right, I'll be waiting for you.
I'm looking forward to it. You told me, I forget 4 something, but I'll definitely meet you over at Citi Field. I hope you feel better. And I know you're getting excited about base. I'm going to be streaming the Met game tomorrow, so I'm really looking forward to that.
All right.
All right.
All right.
All right. Asia, I appreciate the call, and I hope you feel better.
Thank you.
All right. Have a good one. Asia's got the sick. She's sick. She's got the allergies. She's sneezing a lot. So I hope she feels better. Next on the line, you're on Live with the Entertainer. Thank you for calling in.
Enter the Tainter.
Enter. Ooh, I like that. That was creative. That was very creative. Enter the Tainter. I get it. A play on words. It was creative. Good job with that. What's going on?
Wait, you know who this is?
Yeah, this is Sperm Cell, I think.
Oh, okay. I thought you didn't know who I was.
Enter the Tainter. I enjoyed that.
Enter the Tainter.
So what's popping?
Do you really not believe in ghosts?
No, I don't believe in ghosts at all. At all.
I think there may be a ghost in my house.
Really?
Yeah, I think it's my grandmother.
Tell me the story.
Well, when she was alive, we used to always talk about, because she was kind of a little crazy. So we always thought that we talked about her that she was crazy and stuff. And then after she died, we would put new light bulbs in all around the house. And as soon as we put them in, a day later, the lights would just go out. And they wouldn't work.
Now, you sure it's not an electrical problem?
I'm sure. It's happened up in my room. It's happened downstairs in the kitchen. It's happened in my brother's room.
Interesting. You guys are starting to make me a little bit of a believer. I still don't believe in them, but...
And another one. There's two stories I actually have. One, I was in Charleston a few years ago, and that's known as one of the more haunted places. And I was in a hotel, and I was laying in bed. It was about 12:30, and you know how sometimes if a car drives by, you can see the shadows kind of go across windows and stuff.
Right.
And when I did that, I could have sworn I saw a face at the top of the stone just moving across. And then another time was almost the same thing, but I was about 7 years old, and I was having a sleepover at my house with one of my friends, and we were laying in the room, and then apparently he said that he saw another face just go across the wall.
Okay, so one thing I will say, America, I watched a show one time called The Newsroom. And America leads the world in three things. And I'm trying to remember what they are. But I know one of them, by far, is believing in ghosts. And another one, I think, was obesity rate. And I forget the third.
Probably.
I forget the third. But they lead the league in the world in three things. And that is one of them. More people believe in ghosts on a percentage basis than any other country in the world. So maybe there's just more ghosts in America.
Yeah.
You know?
And also about... Goose's call. So I'm 14, so my brain can go some weird places, but I always had this constant paranoia that someone is hiding in my house or something, or in my closet. Whenever I walk in my room, I check in my closet, make sure no one's hiding in there. And I don't want to try and start stuff, but Goose, if you're sleeping and you hear, what's the password? It could be someone, because you know how people try and do these tactics where if you're sleeping and you ask them the question, they'll answer the question without even realizing it because they're sleeping.
Right.
So if you say, what's the password, he could think, he's just sleeping. Might not know, he'll just audibly say what the password is.
I'm hoping I get a ghost experience so I could join the club and we could talk about this. Maybe we could have a weekly ghost talk. But so far I haven't had it happen. But I want to just say...
Talking paranoia.
Entertainer Talking Paranoia. I just want to say thank you so much, Sperm Cell, for calling in. You're one of my best subscribers. You know that. And thank you so much for always bringing humor to my chats.
Yep.
All right, buddy. Have a good one. And Asia, you did great. Don't let anybody knock. You did great. You did great. You just sneezing a little bit, but, you got allergies. But Asia did great. Thank you for calling in, Asia. And we are going to be on for another 15 minutes. I'll be taking calls. Enter the Tainter. ACOC, yeah, you could Hey, Entertainer, I have an itch in a somewhat delicate area. Any recommendations? Oh, Geomon, that's a great... I mean, they sell, like, powder that you can put down there? I'm not too familiar with the itch down low, but I know there's, like, a powder, Ben Gay maybe, you put down there, and it should cure that. But what's going on? You're on live.
It's the other Sam again.
The other Sam... so this is not the other Sam. This is the other Sam. This is the guy already called in.
Yeah.
All right, other Sam, what's going on?
I wanted to know your opinion. I was thinking, let's say we go for Cleveland Farrell this year. Next year, I still don't think we're going to be competing next year, even though we might be because of our schedule, but I think next year is the year. If we're sitting somewhere around like 15, 10, around that kind of range, I think we just trade back to get more things for 2021 and then potentially draft Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah, so you're going to stick with Eli for 2 more years?
I mean, if I can get Lawrence, I'll stick with Eli for 3.
I don't disagree with that, but you don't know the whole problem with that logic. And I love Lawrence. Lawrence to me is by far the best prospect in the next 3 years. The only problem with that logic, you could have all the ammunition in the world. If Lawrence is as good as everybody knows he is, if the Giants aren't picking first, you're not going to be able to trade for that pick. You could give up 10 first-round picks. If they need a quarterback, they're taking Trevor Lawrence.
But what if it's a team like let's say it's a team like Arizona again?
Well, yeah, but you're gambling and hoping that the team who's picking first doesn't need a quarterback.
Yeah, I'm just saying. The more I watch him, and I've been seeing this a lot by a lot of highly like sports talk news. They're saying he's like the next Andrew Luck, Peyton Manning of college football.
You know, I've seen the kid play. I've seen the kid play. The kid's fantastic. The kid is going to be a superstar. But everybody in the league knows it. So, it's not going to be easy to trade up for this guy. That's the only thing I worry about. Obviously, if you told me we're going to have Trevor Lawrence in 2 years, I would say stick with Eli. I think he's that special. I think he's worth the wait. But that's a gamble. You don't know that we're going to have that ability to do that. No, and you could have 20 first-round picks. If that team picking first needs a quarterback and Trevor Lawrence is there, they're taking Trevor Lawrence. So
then let's potentially say it's a team like the Steelers. Big Ben's not getting any younger. He was in the same class as Eli. They're not trading back.
No, there's a ton of teams that aren't going to trade back. A ton.
The only other option I could see that year would be probably Justin Fields. And then
yeah, I just don't see it. That's why, and I'm always for. I always think that the quarterback is very overrated. I think it's obviously the most important position on a team, but I think people overrate the position to a degree because I think that people overlook all the other things that are important: the pass rush, and offensive line, a running game, and they just think if you have a quarterback, you're going to win, and that's not the way it works. But this year specifically, because of where the Giants are picking, it's hard not to take a quarterback if you like him because you don't know when you're going to be picking this high again. You don't.
Yeah, and I just think Sunshine in New York, he'd probably have the last few years with Odell. He'd have Saquon for a few, bro. That offense would be that might be one of the best NFL offenses ever.
It'll be phenomenal, but it's a lot of ifs, buts, candies, and nuts. You don't know. You don't know if you're going to be able to get him. That's the problem. You know.
And did you see how Pro Football Focus disrespected Shep? They had him rated underneath what's that one white receiver for Dallas?
Cole Beasley?
Yeah, they had him under Cole Beasley in the NFC East.
That's pretty ridiculous. But I mean, Beasley's probably been. I don't know his numbers, but Beasley doesn't drop balls. But Shepard's obviously more talented. I'd rather have Shepard. Much higher ceiling.
Yeah.
But
there's a few other Giants podcasts saying we need to get rid of Shep. I just don't see it.
Well, the reason probably they're saying to get rid of Shep is not because of his lack of talent. It's probably because I think he's due to hit free agency next year, and they're already paying Beckham $20 million. How much are you going to pay to the wide receiver position? You know what I'm saying? You have a cap, If you're already paying Beckham $19-20 million, are you going to then pay Shepard 12? You're now allocating $32 million of a $190 million cap to the wide receiver position just for your top 2 receivers. So I think it's going to be hard for the Giants to keep Shepard.
Yeah, and one thing, a lot of teams are saying the Cowboys are going to tag DeMarcus. He said he's not playing under the tag. And with the problem with the Cowboys, I think DeMarcus Lawrence is going to hit free agency because look at all the young pieces the Cowboys are going to have to pay. They're going to have to pay Zeke next year and Dak Prescott. They're going to have to pay Jalen Smith soon, I'm pretty sure. Leighton Vander Esch is a few years away. They're not going to have that much cap to sign all these players.
Well, no, it's the same problem the Jaguars are going to have soon, too. But I'm going to let you go just because a few more people trying to call in. I'm trying to get as many in as before I call it a night.
All right, have a nice day.
You too, my man.
Night.
Yeah, you too, my man. Yeah, of course, Kimber. And Shepard isn't coming back. I don't think he is. If you look at it logically, there's no way. Yeah, how are you going to pay that much to that position? Once they signed Beckham, they weren't bringing back Shepard. Beckham makes way too much as is. What's going on? You're on live. Thank you for calling in.
All right. Yeah, I'm a second-time caller. I'm just coming in. Okay.
All right. Make it quick because I'm trying to get other people in. But go ahead.
I was the guy who came up with the plan, and I'm going to tell you it right now.
Okay.
All right. So our starting lineup, since we have $123 million to spend next year because that's the cap increased by a lot, we have Dennis Smith Jr. as our starting point guard, worth $4 million.
Okay.
Any thoughts on that?
What, you talking about for next year's roster?
Yes.
I have to hear the rest of the roster before I give my thoughts.
All right. Jimmy Butler for $30 million.
I already hate it. I think
he's talented.
He's talented, but he's not a max player. I already hate it. But you can finish. But go ahead.
All right. KD for $32 million.
He's going to cost 38. 38. He's 38.
All right. Zion.
Okay.
DeAndre Jordan for I don't know why they wouldn't keep him. I think they should re-sign him, honestly. He's pretty good.
I get where you're going. My honest opinion, I don't like it, but I get where you're going. I mean, it's not the worst roster in the world. I would prefer Durant, and I'm not even a huge Kyrie guy, but I know it's going to take another star for him to come here. So, my ideal would be Kawhi and Durant, or Anthony Davis via trade and Durant. But if not, then I'd want Kyrie and Durant and Zion Williamson or whoever.
I'm just trying to be a little bit more realistic with that. I don't think that Kawhi is going to come. Honestly, I think KD will.
I don't think he will, but I think Kyrie will. I think Kyrie will if Durant comes.
I think that the New York media has bothered him enough into not coming. That's why I'm scared for KD. I think he decided to come, that he wants to come, but I feel like the New York media constantly questioning him about it is going to push him away.
We'll see, my man. We'll see. But I appreciate the out-of-the-box thinking, and I would like to talk more about this, but because I have a few more people who want to call in and it's late, I'm going to let you go. But thank you for calling in. Thank you for being a great sub.
All right, thank you.
All right, my man. And by the way, I saw people saying, what's with the thumbs down? I'm sure I got trolls, probably those kids that prank. Thumbs down actually helped the channel by the logistics. A lot of people don't know this. Thumbs down help the channel just as much as thumbs up because all YouTube cares about is participation in the surveys. So, it doesn't matter. I mean, obviously, it's nice to get thumbs ups, but what's going on? You're on live. Thank you for calling in.
What's going on, entertainer? It's your boy Robbie J from the Run Boys Fantasy Sports Network. What's going on, man?
The Run Boy. Go ahead and check these guys out. They're putting in a lot of work. They're live almost every night. I think you guys called. I think it was your partner who called in last time, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe it was
JD from Fanatic Sports. We put in a lot of work to thank everybody for checking us out during the Lakers. 703 views. It's still calculating. It's still going up after the upload.
Very good stuff. Good stuff. So what's going on?
I wanted to hit you up about a possible opportunity. Maybe we could get during the football season. We cover Redskins Giants together as a collab.
Oh yeah. I collab with everybody. 100%. During the football season, we'll definitely collab.
I think it would be great, a rivalry game, both of us NFC East guys. calling the game for the subs, for the fans. I think it'd be dope.
Oh, yeah. No, we'll definitely do it. We'll definitely do it. Book it. We'll call the game together.
Awesome. Hey, everybody out there, listen to the entertainer. Stand up from the Rum Boys. Y'all have a nice night. Cheers.
All right, my man. You have a good night. Thank you for calling in.
All right, bye.
All right, buddy. We should totally collab. I just need your... Geoman, I know you told me you're a Met fan. I'm streaming the Met game tomorrow. I'm only going to do about the first 7 innings because it's preseason, and then I got the AAF game. But I'm going to have the Met game on tomorrow. I'll probably go live around 12:55, little 15-minute pregame, go over the lineups, this, that, and be live till about 3:25, 3:30 calling the Met game. Next call, you're on live. I'm only going to do about the first 7 innings because it's preseason, and then I got the AAF game.
Hello?
Yeah, can you turn down the volume?
Yeah. Hey, what up, man?
What's poppin'? Who's this?
This is Crazy Mofo.
Crazy Mofo, big Raider fan. You live in California, right?
No, I live in Vegas.
Oh, you live in... That's right, you told me that. He lives in...
Yeah.
My favorite city. Other than New York, of course.
Oh, you gotta come through, man.
I've been there several times. I've been there probably 7 times. But next time I'm there, I'm going to let you know. But what's going on, my man?
No, man, I'm kind of mad that the Lakers lost against the Pelicans.
Now,
Very disappointed.
I know you're a huge Laker fan. Where do you guys sit in the standings right now?
What happened?
Where do you guys sit in the standings right now?
I believe in 10th place.
And how many games out of 8?
I believe a game and a half or 2 games.
All right, so you're still in contention. You got to get your pieces all back and the team flowing in the right direction. But as a Lakers fan, you got to be pretty disappointed with the way that this year's unfolded.
Oh yeah, very disappointed, man.
Yeah.
I always wanted Luke Walton to be out of there since last year.
Yeah, because
I don't believe his scheme. The scheme is not working for the Lakers.
Doesn't seem to be. And I know you're obviously a Laker fan, so you're obviously thrilled when LeBron went there. I'm not even asking from your perspective. From LeBron's perspective, do you think it was the right move for him to go to the Lakers?
Well, he wanted that Hollywood life, man.
Yeah,
what can I tell you?
Yeah, but yeah. So for his personal life, it was the best decision. But from a basketball standpoint, I think it was a bad decision. I thought it was a bad decision when he made it. That's not to say that you guys can't become very good. You can. I mean, they could go out there, they could get Kawhi Leonard, and you're instantly one of the best teams in the sport. So I'm not going to rule that out. But I didn't think it was
exactly.
I didn't think it was a great fit either. Because you had a lot of guys that require the ball. LeBron is obviously a ball-dominant player. When he has the ball, Lonzo Ball can't do what he does best. So I didn't think it was the best fit in the world with your personnel. But it's LeBron James. You got to go after him.
So we'll see if the Lakers make the playoffs, man. I'm hoping.
I think you might squeeze in. And I got a question for you, actually, as a Laker fan. You're obviously a huge Kobe guy, I'm assuming.
Oh, huge Kobe fan.
Yeah. Who's better? Not as a Laker, for a career. Who's better?
Kobe's better. 10 times better.
You're taking Kobe over LeBron?
Kobe all day.
This is a great debate I always have on YouTube. I take the other approach. But I understand the Kobe people. I understand it.
All I gotta say is 81 points.
No, he was great.
That's all I gotta say.
Against the Raptors. And he used to kill didn't he drop like 60-something against the Knicks at the Garden?
61, I believe.
Yeah, I mean, Kobe, unbelievable. As just a scorer, Kobe, by far, leaps and bounds ahead of LeBron. And as a killer instinct, he's more comparable to Jordan. He's a similar player, but I think I'm still taking LeBron because I think LeBron is better at everything else on a basketball court. But I can't knock people who say Kobe. Kobe was great. He's great.
We'll see at the end of the career of fucking LeBron. We'll see.
Where would you rank Kobe all time?
I'm gonna say top 5.
Really?
Top 5.
Interesting. Give me your top 5. Not in order, just your top 5.
I got Jordan.
Okay.
I got Magic Johnson.
Okay, that's natural. You're a Laker fan, but I don't know. He's in my top 5 as well.
I got Larry Bird.
Okay.
I got Kobe.
Okay.
And then the other one, could be LeBron at the end of his career.
All right, now let me just go over a few names you left off. You left
Go for it.
You left off Chamberlain. You left off Russell. You left off Abdul-Jabbar. You left off Oscar Robertson. I'm just saying guys you could have went with. So you put those players above those guys.
At this moment, I didn't see them play or their highlights, but I gotta watch more videos.
No, that's the thing. We didn't get in our generation. I get what you're saying.
I'm talking about my era, you know.
Yeah, for sure. And another guy that I really like that I think often goes overlooked is Tim Duncan.
Tim Duncan was badass.
I think he's very.
The Lakers against him. What a great series.
Yeah, I think he's very underrated. Tim Duncan. I think he's the best power forward who ever lived. And I think that's a good debate, even though they're very completely different players. I think Kobe and Duncan's a good debate. I think that's a very good debate. But I'm gonna let you go, man. I just want to say thank you.
Yeah, I know.
I want
to make it quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
I want to make a quick shout out to QC, Anthony, and every Mod squad out there.
Oh man, without guy, I was about to say, Sean Ross is another one. Asia's another one. Without people like you guys, we wouldn't be where we are. I mean, you guys are fantastic. Every time I post something in the community notes, you guys are shouting me out. You guys put comments in my videos. You guys tune into my live shows. You guys are fantastic. And, I can't say enough how much I appreciate what you guys do for me and for the whole sports YouTube community.
Appreciate all your streams, man. They're funny as hell.
And I want you to do me a favor. I'm going to do it for you. I want you to pick the next song I'm going to sing. I'll sing it on Monday.
I got you, man. All right, take it easy.
All right, my man. Have a good night. And we're going to go for another 6 minutes. We're going to close it at 1. I just want to say thank you for everybody who tuned in this whole time. Whoever just popped in at all, gave me a call, gave me a thumbs up, subscribed, rang the bell. You guys are great. It's so much fun, Rumboy. I love this. I love it. I love it. I thought he was going to pick the song right now. Anthony Simonelli says, well, if he does in the chat, I'll sing it before I leave. If not, I'll do it on Monday. Lonzo is better than MH. This made your day, Asia. Well, that's awesome. I do this every Monday and Saturday. So I hope to see you back on Monday. What's going on? You're on live. Thank you. And I know Sports Fury does their thing, but I think they're later than me. I go from 7 to about 9:45, 10. I think Sports Fury starts at 9 Eastern time. What's going on? You're on live.
Hello?
I think this
Hello, is this that talk? Hello?
I think this is a prank call.
No, it's not.
Okay, who is this?
This is your man, Skins fan, all day. Got him.
Skins fan all day. Do me a favor, Skins fan all day. Stand up. I love this guy.
How you doing, man?
I love this guy. I was dying to laugh at your video today when you eating the fried chicken in the car. That was hysterical. This guy is so fun. He's so funny. He brings a lot to the table. I love your channel. Go over there and check him out. But what's going on, my man?
I appreciate that, Chris. I appreciate it. I just want to talk about, man, just some rumors I'm hearing about the Giants, some rumors I'm hearing about the Redskins, some rumors I'm hearing about Antonio Brown. Now, Antonio Brown, I'm starting to hear Antonio Brown name mentioned in the NFC East. Have you heard anything about that?
The teams I've heard the most are the Jets, the Colts, the 49ers. Those are the three teams I've heard the most. Now, NFC East, I would assume you're probably talking about the Redskins.
Yeah, definitely. They definitely said something about us.
Because it can't be it can't be the Eagles. They have no cap space. The Giants don't need a receiver, and the Cowboys probably don't need one either with Cooper. And I don't think they have a lot of cap space.
But check this out. Just what if come draft day, y'all draft Kyler Murray, right?
Okay.
And then y'all cut ties with Odell Beckham, and then y'all go out and surprise everybody and get Antonio Brown. What you think about that?
Interesting.
Would you be happy?
No, and I don't love Odell Beckham. I would trade him for the right price, but Odell Beckham, Brown's going to cost you the same amount as Beckham, and Beckham's younger, and Brown is a head case just like Beckham is. So you're not benefiting anything there. So it's like you're just adding probably more years to a contract and bringing in another head case. So I wouldn't be happy with that, to be honest.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
Because they both good receivers.
They're both great. They're both great. They're two of the top 4 receivers in the league. Both of them.
Almost.
Yeah.
Yeah, most definitely. And another thing, the thing I heard, because I made a video about it, I think last week. They was talking about, came out in Redskins Park, that the Redskins are not looking to get a quarterback in the draft, and they was really high on Antonio Brown. And the coach, Gruden, is basically, he's high on Colt McCoy. I'm like, oh my goodness, what is going on in my organization? I mean, I don't know. It's just crazy. I mean, because I believe, like I said, I think they are going to roll with Colt McCoy or Josh Johnson, let them fight it out, like I said before. But I at least want them to try something else as far as a quarterback. I'd rather have Teddy Bridgewater over any of them. I mean, I do like Colin Kaepernick too, but I mean, if they had to choose, I'd rather get Teddy Bridgewater. And if they also decide to go after Antonio Brown, they're going to have to cut somebody major, like Josh Norman. Josh Norman going to be gone.
Yeah,
sure.
Yeah, I agree with you. I completely agree with you on that. I would try to get rid of Josh Norman. He's overpaid. And I mean, he's great, but he's overpaid.
And then they talking about Landon Collins. He wanted to play for the Redskins. I'm like, for what?
Yeah, Landon Collins, I mean, right now, I still think Landon Collins is going to get franchised, whether he likes it or not. And he might not play, but I think he's going to be franchised. I'd be surprised if he's not.
So if he get franchised, you think he's going to sign it?
He has no choice. His only way to fight that is to sit out. Similar to what Le'Veon Bell did this year. And if he sits out, he sits out. He's missing out on $11 million. And he doesn't have as much money in the bank as Le'Veon Bell did when he did it. So Landon Collins is playing with fire there. But, you know, I at the end of the day, I think he plays. Just like Osi Umenyiora did when he threatened us. But he might not.
Yeah, we shall see. I think this year's draft, man, is going to be a lot of surprises. I think a lot of people are going to be shocked. You know, it's. I keep saying for some reason, it's going to start with you guys. Once that 6th spot come around, I think that's when everything is going to explode. So I just can't wait for the draft. I just can't wait to see what's going to happen.
The Giants are in a really interesting position because they could go so many ways. They could go quarterback. If they don't go quarterback, it's going to throw a lot of people off. If obviously no quarterbacks have been drafted, it's going to be very interesting because the Giants could go. They could take literally anything because they have so many holes. They could go O-line. They could reach on a Jonah Williams. I don't think they will. They could go pass rusher for sure. They could go quarterback, and if they could go linebacker. I mean, they could go Devin White if he's there. So they could go a lot of different ways. I wouldn't even be shocked if they take a cornerback if they love one. So the Giants could do anything.
So what if they draft Kyler Murray? What are they going to do with Eli? Because I don't think they're going to draft Kyler Murray and have Kyler Murray sit on the bench.
I think they will. I think
really?
Yeah, not the whole year, but I think Eli will start the year.
Wow.
I don't think Kyler Murray's ready. I don't think Haskins or Murray's ready to start the year. Neither one of them has a lot of experience at the college level. The most pro-ready quarterback, I'm not saying he's the best, but the most pro-ready quarterback in this draft is Drew Lock and Daniel Jones because both of them played for 4 years.
That's right.
I don't know if Jones played all 4 years, but I know that Lock did. He was a 4-year starter, so he's the most experienced. He's probably the one that's ready to step in day one more so than anybody, him and Jones. But I like Haskins and Murray more, but I don't think either one is ready to play from day one.
Okay. I appreciate you, Chris, taking my call, man. Y'all make sure y'all subscribe to his page. Everybody that's listening right now, this is your man, Skins Fan All Day. Y'all subscribe to this man's page and give him thumbs up. Y'all have a blessed one. I'm out. Peace.
Have a good one, man. Thank you for the call. And, guys, it is 1:02 in the morning, so I am getting ready to call it quits. It's late. I got 3 streams to do tomorrow. I just want to say before I go, I'm not gonna take unknown numbers. If you have an unknown number, I'm not picking it up. Peace, Chris. I will try to be there for the Mets stream, but I'll be there for the AAF game and the Dream stream. Diehard Giants fan, thank you so much. Thank you for being a great subscriber. You always pop in. I really appreciate that. Everybody that tuned in tonight, everybody that called in, that made the show fun. I just want to say thank you. Thank you guys so much for being a part of this. And I had a lot of fun tonight. It was a good show. Good call there, Geoman. Yeah, let me close it out and say my closing words. Good call. So there we go. Got 60 likes. I don't know how many dislikes, but I don't care. Like I said, you can have 100 dislikes for all I care. It doesn't matter. Dream stream tomorrow. Me and Bad Dog. It's not the whole group, but it's me and Bad Dog tomorrow night on my channel. We're doing the late night AAF game. I'm going to have the Met game. Then I'm going to have the day AAF game. So I'm going to be all over the map tomorrow. I'm going to be busy. Sundays is my one day that I could really work all day on the YouTube channel. So try to stream as much as I can. I'm working on a few videos. I'm going to have I'm working on the Zion Williamson draft preview video. So I'm hoping to have that up soon. I am also working on the Greedy Williams video. I'm working on a video where I play the part of Dave Gettleman and how I would adjust the cap to free up cap space to bring in free agents this year for the Giants in free agency. And I'm going to give exact names, guys that I would sign, guys that I would cut, the exact numbers that, like the amount of cap space that it would, that by cutting this player, what it would do. So I'm going to in-depth video with that. Another thing I'm interested in doing that I should have asked people, if you guys are interested in this video, I'll make it. Because I would like to make it, but I'm not just going to make it if it's not going to get views. I'm curious to see if people would be interested in it. I know there's not a lot of baseball fans on here, and I plan on doing it for all my teams. But because baseball is coming up, I was thinking about doing a history video for the New York Mets. So from like 1962 to present day. Like, because a lot of people don't know about the Mets that are my subscribers probably. And just doing a history video, like how they got started, their accomplishments, everything from start to finish. It's not going to be an hour long, but it'll be like a 25, 30-minute video about the New York Mets from 62 to present day. That'll take a little time, but I'll start working on that soon if people are interested in that. And then, of course, I'm going to do that for the Giants. I'm going to do that for the Knicks. But I'll start with the Mets because baseball's coming up. Bert on Bad Dog's casting couch has joined the stream. Stream every game from 62. Crazy Mofo likes that idea. Okay. And if people really like it, already has your view. If people really like it, I may even branch out into other teams. If people really like it, if it gets a lot of views and people enjoy it, I may do the Yankees. I may do the Nets. I may do other teams if people like it. So, but I have a passion for my team, so I'm going to start with my teams. But I think it'd be cool. Even if you're not a big baseball fan, I think it's cool to learn about the history of a team that you may not know that much about. So I think I'll get working on that soon. Make sure you put up the Mets rap song. Well, you got the Who Let the Mets Out in the 2000. You got the, what was the one from the 80s that they always talk about? Of course. Now, the other thing that I'm worried about, I don't want to put up video footage because you could get copyrighted for that. So I'm probably going to have a lot of pictures. I don't want to get copyrighted. You always got to worry about that as a YouTuber. You want to see a Cowboys history video? Probably not going to happen in the near future. But if these are successful and people like them, I may do other teams. Put up the 86 Mets. The thing is, I don't want my video to get. I don't want to get in trouble. I don't know if that'll get me in trouble. I don't know the rules. But I gotta go to bed. Gotta get up early. I'll see you entertained. Keep up the heart. Yeah, man, Dylan. Thank you so much, my man. Thank you so much. Go live. Yes. But guys, make sure to put Yankees in here. I'm not gonna put the Yankees first because I'm not a Yankee fan. I'm gonna work on my 3 teams first if I'm doing it. I'm gonna do the Mets first. I'll probably do the Giants second and the Knicks third, and then maybe branch out into other teams. I will. I mean, I know more about Dolphins than anybody. The rule is 2 minutes for songs. I'll look into it because I think it would make the video cool if you could put in "Meet the Mets" that song. I think it'd be cool, even if it's like a 15-second clip. I think it'd make the video cool, but I don't want my channel to get taken down for something stupid either. Do a Yankees history. I probably will if people like it. If the Mets gets a lot of views and people say that they like it, I'll probably do other teams. But guys, I just want to say thank you guys so much for tuning in. I had a blast doing it. Thank you for being great subscribers. I hope to get to see you guys tomorrow. Well, New York Mets, New York Giants. I'm not going to say that I enjoy, but I still have fun, I think, going over the history of the New York Yankees. I'm not going to root for them. But I think it'd be cool to do a history from start to finish. I'm not going to brag about it. All right, guys. Have a great night, guys. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for being great subscribers. And I will see you guys tomorrow.